I think you know when you can start.
Good. Good. All right. Welcome everybody to episode 4.
Dude, what are you doing? I haven't even started recording yet. I'm
Awesome,
kidding.
quit, bro.
I'm kidding.
Get a load of this guy.
Special day today.
No.
Somebody is getting a little older.
Stop, that's not even good. Another year to death. Ooh.
He's getting a little bit older till he croaks over.
Okay, we're recording this on the 8th. This will not be uploaded on the 8th.
Nope,
So-
his birthday's the day it comes out.
No, it's not.
Could be. Just
Yeah,
that's
not how dates work,
Absolutely
motherfucker.
could not be. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, we have no script for this one. I'm just gonna wing it.
Wing.
Oh my God.
Wing it.
Yeah.
Are we
Okay.
okay?
Listen, I had some stuff to do this week, and it kind of Tuesday can roll up real quick.
Let's wing it.
Wing.
I love winging it, bro. That's my favorite
wing?
activity in the morning.
I don't know.
Cheesecake hits
Bryce,
It's
you
almost
got a
as good
hot
as,
take or something?
Oh, actually, that could be a good thing. Your morning routine.
My
What,
morning
giving a hot take, bro?
routine.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
morning,
I just think about the things I hate in life in the morning. I just wake up and I'm like, damn, I just really hate that.
He does the opposite of what's recommended. You're supposed to wake up and think of what you're grateful for. Bryce just wakes up and
I
like,
wake
damn,
up
I
and
fucking
think of
hate
what
shit.
I fucking hate the most.
I hate everything, man.
You know.
Like, if I don't hate it, I don't think about it.
No, I
Fuck being
respect it.
thankful, bro. Being
Dude, I'm gonna
thankful is for
fucking-
chumps.
Damn. What the
Big
fuck?
facts.
Oh, and shots.
Imagine participating in Thanksgiving, bro. The only thing those Indians did was give us their land.
And we gave our thanks for it.
Yeah, I don't really know if they gave it to us.
By creating the Trail of
Jesus
Tears.
Christ!
The best thing any of our presidents have ever done. Good old Angie Jackson. That's why he's on the 20,
You're
bro.
offending me.
Not because he was a man, but because he
Hey,
gave
listen.
us land.
Okay, guys.
Stop. Parker's
It's the
claustrophobic.
The Indian stamp of approval.
I'm about to panic.
I give it it.
The Indian
give it.
stamp of approval.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Look, I am like 0.0% Cherokee, therefore I can give the Indian stamp of approval, okay?
Listen, I'm like 13 percentile. So, like, you know.
Can you get like money if you're like 5% or more?
No,
He's
it's
like
like you gotta be
26.
it's like you gotta be like 50% for them to actually care about you,
Matt.
or you're
Damn.
like a regular citizen.
Well, he's not exactly wrong.
No,
Is that you, Parker?
it's like,
You there?
hey, yeah, we killed you off, so go
I
to
mean, I'm
college
close.
for free and money.
I'm at least 49.
Look, the Indians didn't always get the short end of the stick.
Look,
just
I
ask Custard.
didn't
Oh, wait,
do
you
anything.
can't.
What the fuck is going on?
I don't. This
I
is
don't know, man.
awful. We went to a fucking genocide
It's
of people.
okay. It has the Indian stamp of approval. So,
I think we're doing
That
fine.
makes it A-okay.
hey,
We're
listen,
doing-
if basically I do work can give the black guy approval, then I think that we can. Okay?
What?
Especially
This guy knows
Parker.
what he's talking about.
Okay? Yeah, remember the old Vanoss videos where they said something risky and then basically would be like, oh, you know, guys, I'm black. So, and give them the black guy approval, you know? If they were talking
Yeah, back
about
in the good
black
old
people.
days.
Yeah. So now Parker can just give us the, you know, he's big boy Indian, so he can, you know, he's head honcho.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
basically a chief at this point.
I love the Trail of Tears.
Look, hey,
It's okay.
hey, look. Hey, at least we only move them across the continent. At least we didn't bring them from a different place just to do
Okay,
our
we
work.
are
We left them alone, even if we
treading
did kind of like.
territories here,
I want to
guys.
make a joke
No,
just because I
Jaden.
think we're gonna restart anyway.
No,
No,
you
we're
guys
not.
are
We're
just
not.
We use
hating.
raw footage.
You guys are hating.
I'm
It
not
has
hating
the
nothing.
stamp of approval. Okay, we are okay.
Yeah,
We're
this is a
not
forged
crossing
fucking
any
stamp,
borderline. Yeah. No, it's not,
but I'll
bro.
allow
It's a given. Listen, it's not about you allowing it. It's about Parker allowing it. Once he
No.
starts getting offended, then we can say something. But
I
you
don't
know.
get offended about anything.
See?
I'm more
See,
worried
look at
about
that.
our sponsorships.
I'm okay with that. Did we tell everybody the big announcement as well?
What?
What's the
Who,
big
me?
announcement?
You
Parker's
gay or
joining.
something?
Oh,
Yeah, what's going on?
yeah.
Not where that was going.
Parker has joined the official cast, baby. Woo, yeah!
Oh
Made an
yay!
executive
Yeah, big
decision?
news.
Yeah, it's
And he's
kind of
part
like
of the gang.
We're not gonna say anything, but there was
Yep.
at least one asset of the cast that wasn't present. So, yeah, you know,
And now I'm here
now there's
to
Parker.
firmly grasp the mantle.
Yeah.
Firmly grasp.
Firmly
Firm in your
Almost
hands.
like the terrorists firmly grasped the joystick on 9/11.
terrorist. I agree.
Firmly grasps your mom's dong.
Holy shit! I didn't know she had one of those, Bobby.
I hate
Turn
everything.
into Hank Hill.
Get fucked,
This is
muscly
me
girl.
putting in my resignation for the podcast.
All right. We'll head to the first topic, which is the Bryce hot take.
Oh my god.
And
Bruh, you don't even know
Bryce?
about half of my hot takes, bro.
I know.
Like
no,
like
you
before
should've heard
before I
some.
go to sleep at night, bro, I just think about all the things I hate. It's almost like when I wake up. You know, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
Puts him right to sleep thinking of everything that he hates in life.
What are some examples, Bryce?
Makes
that
him
you
feel
hate
his
in life?
peace.
Damn.
You know, I just dislike the oppression of white people nowadays.
And now
Yeah,
we're treading.
I also feel like
Now
white
we're
people are
treading.
becoming the minority.
Yeah, now we are
God.
treading, guys. Okay, now.
Now this is
White
White people
content.
can't be oppressed against. What are you talking about?
Look,
We're all
we're already-
racist, guys,
look,
don't you know?
We're already here, so we might as well.
Yeah, fuck
continue
it. We're naming the
there
podcast "Taking Risk" and taking names. I don't give a fuck.
There is no oppression
Fuck Joe
in
Biden.
America.
Fuck, I'm joking. Okay.
There is
Well-
no oppression in America.
Yeah, you're right. It's a
I'm
facade.
legally Caucasian, but physically, it's just
Everyone-
not there.
Everyone born in America
Big
is
facts.
already the most privileged people on the planet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of brown, so. Yeah. I'll let the white guys take it over. You guys can talk about this subject alone.
Look, all I'm saying is if you look at, the African continent, they ain't doing so well. They kind of like never have in history. I just
But
don't
that's
think
not
they're
because
that.
of white people. Let that be said. Not because of white people.
No. The white men keep
It's
going over
been
there.
like that.
Oh, no. You're getting it all wrong, dude. The white men are filled over there, dude.
Maybe if they went to creative mode and just like planted grass blocks
Honestly.
down, they could farm some fucking crops.
Dude, why not just make an infinite water source? I've been saying
Like,
this for
dude,
years.
maybe if they just went
Exactly
over
what I'm saying.
to the Sahara and just like fucking instead of having the Sahara desertify their grassland, why don't they just like remove the Sahara and turn it into a grassland, man?
That's what
Like
I'm saying,
it
dude.
ain't that hard in Minecraft.
Bless you. Namaste.
What?
Huh?
What did you
I
say?
was I said
This
This
is-
on some stuff, bro.
I said namaste.
What are you,
What?
Zenyatta?
Yeah, I'm all about channeling my chakra too.
Big facts.
Well, this has been a flop.
It ain't been no flop.
We'll get
You
there.
say
Wood
flop,
style to get it
we
up.
say dub.
You did not just say namaste for excusing somebody.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
What's it mean?
It
Yo,
doesn't
he
mean
knows what he's
excuse
talking
you.
about, bro.
Well,
Jaden, why are you
Hello.
getting offended over other people's culture?
I'm
dude? Stop.
offended.
Stop, bro.
I'm feeling oppressed.
But I'm the minority, remember? I'm German.
Not anymore, you're not.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel like a
Bro,
minority
you're
every
not
single day.
German. You're American. You were born in
No,
America.
I'm German. Nope. I'm German now. I
Dude,
identify as German.
You're 2% German. Oh yeah, well then go back to frickin' 1916 and get frickin' lynched.
No, he's German American.
That's not a
That is
thing.
what that is what he would be classified as.
No, that's not
under
what he'd
his
be classified
ethnic
as.
background.
No, it's not. That's not how it works. You see, that's if he was born in Germany and moved to America. He was born in America to American parents, therefore he's American. It's like
American
people.
Germany.
There are hardly any African Americans left in the United States. They're just Americans. They weren't from Africa and then brought over.
Word.
They
Yeah,
were
a
born
white
on
person
They were
could be an
born
African American.
in America.
I am an African
Yeah, a
American.
white person can be an African American by the definition.
This is
they were born
middle
in
school
Africa,
history, guys.
And then moved to America, became an American citizen. They're now an African American.
Amen.
He's telling them.
Hey,
I
yo,
keep getting
Bryce,
fucked
right
by a
now?
muscly bitch.
I think we should name this segment Bryce's Facts.
Dude, I
Not
got
hot
too
take,
many
Or
facts.
fact of the day from
Did you
Bryce.
know?
Bryce, holy shit.
Whenever we
Geeked up.
came over in World War I, we actually kind of screwed up Europe even more because we brought over the Spanish flu, which killed between 20 and 100 million people within 2 years.
I don't care about Bryce's facts anymore.
I was about to say, do you know who doesn't give a
Let's
shit?
say you let him start going and it goes out of control.
Like I said, I got too many facts, bro. I'm like the fact machine.
We asked this dude
Yeah,
about
well,
any battleship, any war.
You got too many facts, but not enough
sea
bitches.
thing, it's over.
Big facts.
I volunteered today at a cafe.
He did. I didn't know that,
Alright,
but he
Austin, what did you do at the cafe?
So
Here, I'll read you a paragraph from my book.
did.
By and large, a subject of the German Reich at the time at least was absolutely unable to grasp the significance of this fact for the
Alright.
life of the individual
Bro, I'm
in
about
such
to
a state.
silence you.
After the
cancel
great
you.
victorious campaign of the heroic armies in the Franco-German War.
Bryce.
I'm gonna make him stop.
That's an excerpt from page 11 of Mein Kampf.
I don't
So-
believe
I
him.
don't think
I
we're
got
making
there.
it very far.
No, I got there at 10.
Yeah?
We like put all the chairs down, put salt shakers and stuff on there. Took about 30 minutes. I vacuumed some rugs as well. Crazy stuff. After that,
You went home.
no, I ate some food.
Oh.
And the dude, first of all,
Okay.
I get it. I get that it's like a big community thing and like, they want people to volunteer and stuff. There's some real weirdos there. Let me tell you. There was these two old ladies that were. I was supposed to be the greeter, and this lady's like, "I'll do it." The old lady's like, "Usually she's here. She can do it." I was like, "Hey, go ahead. I don't care. You can volunteer more than me. I don't care." And then there was this other dude that I was sitting with, who was very fat. He ordered lemonade and put.
You can't say that. It's derogatory.
He was obese. He
Oh
put
my god.
10 packets of sugar in a lemonade.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
That's just a man. That's what we call a guy who
Hey,
is
That's what we
very
call
very
someone
far.
who's dead in 5 years.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't diet lemonade?
Nope. It was lemonade
Are you even sure it was
that
lemonade?
was already sweet. And he
sure
took
it's
a
not
sip,
a Mountain Dew? I'm just kidding.
He took a sip and went, "Yeah, that's sweet."
Wonder
But
why.
whenever because I was the busser, whenever I threw away his cup, I couldn't get the glass or the ice out of the bottom because of all the sugar that had molded to the glass and became a solid.
Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Then there was a couple. I'm not going to talk too much about this dude, but he had PTSD, and he was doing better than some people.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, hey, that's a big W.
I did feel bad though because I really.
Oh, someone with real
Doesn't-
PTSD. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't go bad. But I was talking to him.
Oh Lord.
I was like, so did you serve?
Oh my
And he
god.
said no. And I said, what happened?
Oh my Lord.
And he said, I got crushed by a trash compactor.
What? How does that even happen?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
shit happens.
I
Hey,
don't
man.
know. But he was,
Sure, it's scary.
you know what? He was like, he had PTSD and he was like a little different. But you know what? He served tables, and he did it.
Hey, at least he served
So-
something.
So
Anything's possible.
See, at least he actually got hurt and actually, you know, had something
Yeah.
happen to him that makes him have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon's watching this podcast. So,
He'd be mad if he
Oh my God.
heard the last podcast.
Yeah, I thought about that. About Travis too. I mean, I knew there's no way he's gonna watch the last one, but if he did, he'd be like, "What the fuck was that supposed to mean?"
it meant
What
what
the fuck
it
that's supposed to
meant, bruh.
If you're old and you have bronchitis, what's your chances of dying?
Probably very
I would
high.
say probably very high. Like every other respiratory
Alright.
disease known to man.
Just breathe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Big facts.
Wonder if
Don't
I'll
create
have
a
Just
Just
cough
open
tomorrow.
just
Die.
open your lungs, forehead.
What?
Well,
So,
I don't have class tomorrow.
This is the biggest flop of history.
no, there's no
I'm
such
going to
thing.
bed.
Nah, it could have been worse. It could have been like
It's just
Yeah, you're right. We could have. Never mind.
could have done it in person.
no.
Now that idea's out the window.
Why are you hating?
I hate. I'm just saying. It is like Taylor says out the window. Only chance of
That
ever
option's
doing
no
that
longer on
just disappeared out of
Why is it out the window?
because we got an argument over Call of Duty.
Oh my Lord.
You know what? Let's discuss it.
What?
Why not?
Okay, all right. Fuck it. Yeah, go ahead.
Like I
So
said, I'm
why are
taking
we
risks
failing?
and taking names. I'm dumb though. I'm what it is.
Listen,
Podcast
bro,
is
I
called-
don't even care. What's Brandon gonna do? I already opened my mind, my mouth this morning and told him what was up.
What did he say, by the way?
Nothing. He hasn't texted me back. He hasn't
He
even
has-
looked at the message yet. No, he's just gonna ignore me until he gets less butthurt, I guess.
That is the Brandon way.
Surprised that he didn't see my message and, oh, Taylor's texted me and blocked me or something. Because he thinks that I'm oppressing him or some bullshit. Because we all make fun of him.
Well, it's because of stuff that he does deliberately.
Yeah, we're not bad people.
We're not bad people. We just make fun of
No.
his mistakes.
It's like
If you didn't
deserves it
genuinely make the
sometimes, I'm
same
gonna be
stupid
honest.
mistake every time over and over again and does not
that's
learn
like
anything
someone
from
who's
it.
putting their hand in a lion's cage over and over. Like you kind of deserve what
yeah, and
happened.
then it gets bit
Mhm.
off. And then it gets
Like,
bit
that's
off. And
Brandon.
it's like,
That's Brandon.
what?
And then you try to sue the zoo,
What the
even though
fuck?
it's your fault. Like that's Brandon. But
All right, so
in the
guys,
most
I know
positive way
that I know
possible.
that multiple people wasn't there, but I explained it a little bit last night. Basically, Call of Duty's my game. It's like the thing that I'm best at, that I like. I watch a lot of shit about because I've liked Call of Duty for years, right? So I keep up to date with stuff, right? I watch like 20 plus episodes, like on YouTube about Call of Duty a day on like news updates and stuff, right? So you'd figure that I'd know something about Call of Duty, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, we were just playing I was playing last night. He comes back out of game chat and stuff, right? And then he's like, "Oh, Taylor, you on Modern Warfare?" And I was like, "Yes, Brandon, I am."
Yes.
And he was like, and I was like, "Dude, this game's so cheeks, and it's like my first or second game, and I start to change my settings, and it didn't work that game, right?" And he was like, "Well, Taylor, if you do this and that," I'm like, "Brandon, I know, I've changed my settings, I've done what everybody said to do. It's still bad because the game's bad, right?" And then Brandon's like, "Bleh, Taylor, you always want to be right, dude. You're not even letting me talk, bro. You just want to be right." And then he leaves the party, right? And then that's whenever he said whatever in the chat. I don't know if you guys saw.
I
in the chat
read
or whatever it
okay.
only a
was.
little bit
So now
until
I'm
he
caught up.
left, and then
Yeah.
I didn't know what else he said because
It was
I
literally
did
like
not give a
we
fuck.
literally discussed for like 2 sentences, and Brandon immediately left. I was literally like, Brandon, I know I've done everything that everybody said to do. The game's still laggy, maybe because it's bad, but you know that's just a thought.
Agreed.
But we won't talk about that. But and then Brandon was like, bruh, bruh, and I was like, no, Brandon, I did it. He's like, Taylor, it's not the settings, dude. You gotta do. And I was like, no, Brandon, I already did it. And he was like, bruh, you just want to be right, Taylor. You just want to be right. And then left the party and then did the stuff in the group chat. And then didn't even let me retaliate because he wanted to get the final words off, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, you can't be
Like,
wrong if
people
you
like
got the
that
last
work.
word, you know? Obviously.
Oh, definitely can't. But you know, but what's funny today is, you know, I sent that earlier today. I was like, I'm gonna send this to Brandon, and you know, I haven't lagged or done anything since I changed my settings last night. Loaded on today, literally load straight into matches, but I don't know shit, right? I just want to be right. There's a
Exactly,
difference
that's how it
between
works.
wanting to be right and just right. Like,
nah,
mean,
you
I
wanted to
told
be
him.
right.
I told him straight up. I was like, I mean, maybe we're both right, but it's the fact that
That could
I
happen.
literally watch hours upon hours of Call of Duty. I think I know a little bit of something. And what did you know? I'm right too, but that's what I told him. I was like, we may be arguing over nothing, and you're being pressed over literally nothing. But, you know, I guess I won't get an answer until he decides to look at the
Dude,
message.
I'm telling you, man. I don't hate
I got
Brandon.
a sub
but-
today. He resubbed me on YouTube.
Well, Brandon did.
Yep.
So he unsubscribed from all of us. Got it. Understood. Like, I don't
Over-
hate Brandon, but like he's a basket case, man. I don't know. Like,
Do
Buddy,
you have the
crazy.
time? Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Parker?
Haters gonna hate. I mean, enough said.
I mean, I've never really saw me and Brandon as best friends since what he did in the past, but you know, that's a different long time story. But, you know, that's in the past, but it's like,
I
you
mean,
know, it's there, but I don't care
know.
that it happened. But, you know, it's still there, so I really kind of lost whatever I did. Well, Brandon's cool, I guess, you know, back then, but it's kind of just been the same over the years. It's like, yeah, Brandon's here.
you want to go
Like,
into
Brandon's
it.
in the party because he's here.
I'm interested.
But he's not at the same time.
Yeah,
Because 90% of the
Whenever
time
he
he's
is
just
here, he
either in
says
game
2
chat
words.
or he's
yeah.
just asleep for 25 hours a
Or
day.
he gets mad at us and then comes back 2 weeks later. Like, hey, guys.
Like, I don't know. I couldn't imagine doing that. Like, there's been times where I've been really mad and wanted to leave at certain things, but not because, like, not like that, though. Only because it was, like, got out of hand, you know? Like, okay, this has gotten a little too far. I'm just gonna leave and let things die down. But, like, yeah, with Brandon, it's like, hey, Brandon, you know, maybe you should, like,
Shut
do
the fuck
this.
up.
And then
he's
Brandon's like, yeah,
what the fuck, guys? What the fuck, guys?
you think you know my life? It's like, no, I
Yes,
just know you, Brandon.
Yeah. I get the gist of your life by just talking to you on a
I
daily
can
basis.
tell
You
how
literally
you
tell me what
act,
you do.
what type of person you are, just how you display it. And it's sad, but it's how it is. It's like he it's like what we said before. I don't know if we talked about it in another podcast, but like we'd be telling Brandon how to do something, and like he'd be on his phone at the same time, and we wouldn't know. It's like, yeah, Brandon, this is what you're supposed to do, and he's like, oh,
And
look at
he's the
this,
one
and then
guy-
send
yeah,
a post.
He'd ask the question. He'd be like,
Yeah.
Taylor, how do I do this in this game? And I explain it to him. He's like, you're gonna have to repeat that, dude.
Yeah, he'd have to repeat that, or he'd be on his phone, and he'd be like, yeah, how do I do
Yeah, he'd be
this?
like,
And we're
"Hey."
like, hey, this is how you do it, Brandon. He's like, look at this post I'm gonna send you.
Yeah, he'd be like, dude. And then he'd
Okay,
just start
thanks,
a different
Brandon.
conversation that he saw on his phone.
Yeah,
Like, he'd just see this and he'd be like, dude, these people are getting mad at me because what I posted today. And I'm like, I
Brandon,
don't care, Brandon.
that, thanks. I don't know. It's like,
I will say,
what goes through his mind, man?
out of everybody that does YouTube and this podcast, he has got flamed and the most hate I've seen. Oh,
Wait, really?
Yes,
my
every
God,
single
dude.
one of his
Oh,
YouTube videos
I'm gonna
tells
look
him
at
that he's
him right
dog shit at the game,
I'm gonna look at him
and then he
right now.
deletes them.
No.
He got us. He
His-
got us like a 6-paragraph essay one day that I read
Jesus Christ.
on why he was dog shit and to stop complaining. I
His
was like,
last
oh,
one that I saw, it was like
nice.
a paragraph, and it put petition, or this is like the dislike button. Also, I'm going to be removing this from my do not feature channel for wasting my time. Stop posting or something crazy like that. And I was like, oh my God.
Damn.
And then there's another one that I saw, and it was like, oh, thank you, YouTube, for adding the do not recommend again.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no. And then it was like, I'm gonna use that right after I post this comment.
Dude, that's crazy. Like you guys,
Mhm.
even though Brandon has like, from what you guys said, has like probably gotten the most hate, but you guys have also gotten like hate comments so far. Like
I mean, I
Austin
got one
started,
today.
Austin started later than me, and he's gotten like probably more than I've not received any somehow. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I'm glad, I guess. And even if they did, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know. I mean, I know you guys don't either.
I
It's
just
just like
say some
I-
stupid shit back to him.
I just act passive aggressive towards them. I feel like that's like one of the best ways to
So
handle it.
today someone commented on my video, right? I posted a Call of Duty clip. I was going for camos, and I got like a quad feed and was going off, right? And he was like, dude, the way you're camping, it makes me so sad, bro. And I was like, dude, I'm mid-map mounting for gun camos. Cry more. And then I commented on top of that again and pinned to my comment. I was like, FYI, guys, I'm only mounted in mid-map in caps because I'm going
Is
for
that the
camos if
SPR
anybody
one?
else wants to hate. Yeah. So good.
Oh, you did
like, dude,
pin. You did pin it.
I'm literally just in mid-map mounted to get mount kills because it's my last camo that I got, and I got the SPR gold. And I'm like, dude, why? How are you hating? Like, dude, I'm
Dude,
literally
yeah, I'm telling you,
mid-map.
people will find things just to hate about. Like, they'll just find something.
Like, I'm mid-map. I'm mid-map, though.
I could be like playing funny sword game and like we're like emoting and dancing, have a good time, and then someone's like, "Wow, blah blah blah," and we're like, "Okay, dude."
Bro, Taylor, you gotta
You
tell
are
him about
hurting
what
my
happened
feelings.
yesterday to
one
you.
time.
You gotta tell him about what happened yesterday, whatever you're playing. About how that guy said,
Oh,
"Don't
yeah.
you have to emote before you
It
fight?"
was a girl that texted me
Oh,
yesterday on fucking funny sword game, right? And she messaged me, and I didn't emote with her first game, right? We were just she was a Centurion. She was like maxed out, like rep 70 Centurion, right? And we emoted, like she emoted, and I didn't because I'm playing alone, right? So I just want to get the fucking game over because Austin was about to join me and stuff. So I was just, playing, and then all of a sudden, she was like, text me next round after I clapped her up, right? Like almost perfected her, and she was like, emote. Or something like that, and I was like, just send the unamused face. And then she's like, please emote with me, and I was like, what? I was
What
like,
the fuck?
no. I was like, no. I was like,
You
this
don't
isn't the
understand.
commie committee.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't the commie committee. I will do as I please. And she was like, oh, you just throw out tableside manners with your family too? And I was like, no, because
the
whenever I'm out with my family, it's people I care about, and that's not a minuscule, meaningless life form in my life. And then she was like, oh, what the heck?
Also, like you don't
Got mad
understand the
at me.
position that I'm in. I'm trying to leave the game at the same time. It's like I am not obligated to stay here.
I can pull up the messages right now.
Where's your sense of respect? You gotta
And- oh,
emote
yeah.
first.
And I was like, she was like, so you ditched dinner table manners too? I was like, no, because there's one difference. I was like, one being that this is a video game, and two, it was like, the fact is whenever I'm at dinner, there's people I actually care about. And then she was like, etiquette's still a factor in video games.
Sure.
What? We're playing For Honor.
Chivalry is dead.
That goes out the window
When there's
immediately.
in For Honor, like there's no etiquette in For Honor whatsoever.
Yeah, I realized 5 seconds ago that you guys call For Honor funny sword game. So
Yeah.
I
It's not
just kept
funny at all.
wondering, what the fuck is this funny sword game they keep talking about, and why does this sound like For Honor?
It's exactly what that is.
And then he said like Rep 70, and I was like, oh my god, everything makes sense. Because even while we were playing For Honor yesterday, you kept calling it Funny Sword Game, and I'm like, what the fuck are they on about?
It is a funny sword game that we play.
Definitely.
More like shitty sword game.
We don't
Crying.
talk about that ding name.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, unfortunately. That game makes me so mad. I had to stop playing it.
I need to play it more. Apparently,
Oh,
it's
God.
fucking easier than I remember.
Bro, Parker, you
Please
say
don't
that?
ever say
I
those
had a
words
fun
again,
time.
Parker.
No, we had a really fun time playing with Parker. We got destroyed. Like we got we may have got
Well,
kills,
yeah, but still, fuck.
but
I mean, if I was
Probably
in
did more than
like,
Brandon.
if I was how I was when I was playing, like, actually,
That's the one
Jesus
game that
Christ.
Brandon would ask us questions about, dude, and he'd be like, okay. And then he'd just do the complete opposite. And then he'd get mad at the game and be like, dude, what the heck, bro?
Sucks.
And he'd just throw random heavies. And then be like, Brandon, can you please stop fucking
You're
feeding
playing
revenge? And he'd be
Valkyrie.
like, I'm not feeding revenge, dude.
oh
What are you
my
guys
god, that was
talking about?
dude,
I'm not
he got
feeding
so
revenge.
he got so mad whenever we accused him of feeding revenge because he
And all he'd do
did
is
one
throw
of two
heavies.
things. He would either throw heavies or always sweep, and he would sweep us and not the enemy, so we would die.
And he'd get mad at us and do the exact same thing. He'd quit after that game. We bitched at him. Brandon, stop throwing heavies. I'm not, dude. What are you guys talking
Like, it's
about?
the most
I'm not doing. And he'd just leave. And he'd just leave the party and play the rest
It
of the
would-
game out of the party.
It would be the most irrational heavy throws on the planet for no reason. He's like, why are you throwing that
oh,
there?
this is gonna get him.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait to throw this one, and then it's just parried or something, and then thanks, Brandon. Thanks for the
Bryce-
revenge.
Bryce doesn't play
Just make
like
me-
he doesn't defend at all, doesn't block.
Yeah, but he also plays high.
No,
Doesn't
level,
feed
all
his- he
offense,
doesn't-
bro.
so
He doesn't feed as much revenge as Brandon,
he doesn't. Yeah, because
might
he
feed,
murks him
but
immediately.
he doesn't feed revenge.
Well, I mean, when you play Highlander and whenever they're focusing on someone else, you know, you can
Oh
just
my
put
God, I
done
love
McGloss
Highlander.
after done McGloss, and they're not gonna fucking parry it because they're trying to fight someone else.
Like Bryce with not parrying did more than Brandon.
I would
This is gonna
never
just be
hold a
an
block.
episode about Brandon.
The only
Holy
reason I would
shit.
have my sword in
Yeah.
that direction is because I'm about to throw that direction.
Okay, we should probably quit talking about Brandon.
Yeah, this is gonna be the episode that he watches, and then he's actually
Th-
just not
this
gonna be
this
around
Okay,
episode
ever
will
well,
be
again.
called,
This
I don't
episode will
really
be called
know.
the Brandon
These guys are
special.
dickheads,
No,
dude. What
I
the
don't
fuck?
know if it's really classified as like. There's nothing we're not saying that we wouldn't say to Brandon like to his face though.
No.
So it's not really like
No,
we're
if-
talking shit. We've all said something like this to him like.
Hey, it isn't slander if I
present.
mean it.
It's not slander if it's something you'd say to their face like anyway. Like
I mean, we've
you can't
told him
really
this
say
before.
that.
So is it really?
Yeah, it's not
a
talking
problem?
shit. Talking shit's like me and Austin's hanging out, and I'm like, dude, Taylor's a piece of shit. Or I just start saying it like I would never say that to Taylor personally, but that makes it sound bad that I just said that, but I have not said that. I promise. I promise.
Yeah, fuck you too.
No.
Yeah. Why, Parker's, why are you defending me? Like, yeah,
You know
fuck
what?
you, man.
I'm gonna say a very
Fuck
hot
you too,
take. It's
man.
not really a hot take. I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
fuck
said
you.
anything negative about Parker.
I haven't either.
Frick you.
Wow, you said
Like,
negative things
think-
about us, you motherfucker?
I bet you guys have.
No, just think of Parker, okay? Have you ever
Oh,
have
worse
you
than
ever
what Jaden
thought
said,
of
dude.
said anything
I've
negative
never
about
said-
Parker?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Pooping balls there. I mean, I could give
What?
you guys something and ruin the podcast. You'd be like, no, it's all for nothing.
What exactly does it entail?
How bad is it?
Yeah. Like, can you
you're
give me a
gonna
hint
you're gonna
without
go through an
ex-
hour of editing to take out a full 30 seconds of word slurs.
Oh God. Let's not.
How about we just don't
Let's
do
not
that?
go there. There's nothing
Come
that I'm
on.
editing out yet, so I'm
Don't
keeping
you
all
want
of
to
it.
gamble?
No.
Oh my god, all of this, that everything we've had being uncut. Lord have mercy on my soul.
I mean, I'm not. There's some things in
Oh.
the future that will probably happen that I'll have to cut and edit. It's just like the last times we've done the
Probably.
podcast, we have like kind of fumbled the bag. Like the Halloween episode, Austin was like, "Dude, we're falling apart. We're falling
spent
apart." And we
30
spent like
minutes
30
looking for a
minutes
fucking
looking
thing.
for a tier list.
Yeah,
And I
we
cut
spent-
like 10
it's
minutes
'cause-
out of footage.
Yeah.
But
We
that
couldn't
was our
find the-
fault.
Like,
Damn.
listen, that wasn't really our fault. That was just people not making
No.
a tier list.
Not only that, but it was like
I mean,
A
no,
collective
it kind of
effort.
was our fault though, because we could have just looked it up before.
the first one was pretty good.
Oh.
Like the first one, it was start to finish. I didn't really have to edit that one. It's just it was my fault that I spent 15 hours on one episode trying to put those fucking audiograms in. But the first one is a perfect example of start to finish like recording where I didn't have to edit much of anything. But like the second episode was pretty bad. Had to cut like 10 minutes of footage out, and the third one, Bryce absolutely screwed me. We
No, it's
won't. We
not.
will not talk about it. But Bryce had said some questionable things. Like, and
It was Adam's
Yeah, I
joke.
like how we had to take like a 5-minute break so everyone could get it all out before we started the recording again.
I know,
That was my favorite part.
like things will happen where like
Canceled
someone has to
immediately.
be like, "Yeah, hold on, guys, we gotta do it." Like, I understand, but like, this is good. There's nothing that has to be edited so far in this one. Hopefully.
Time to fix that.
Maybe. All right, you motherfucker! No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Say something bad.
Don't worry, I'm playing Overwatch. Something will come out later.
I do not consent to being in this podcast.
Oh.
No.
Too late.
Okay.
The damage is done.
Canceled for not asking consent first. Very good.
Fuck!
You think we could make it as some people that like ask drunk people questions?
What are you talking about?
You ever seen the
Hold
people
on,
that just like,
I have an idea for content.
on there
Okay,
listening?
I have ears.
You
Hold
do.
on, let me. I take everything back.
Okay.
This is gonna take some consideration.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to something else until you
There's no
figure
way
something out.
that bad.
That's fucking
No,
cool.
it's there. We just gotta get to it. So you'll see when the time comes.
I'm listening. No, I'm
Oh
listening.
yeah, this
I'm
is the stressful
listening.
podcast.
Dude.
Building up suspense, bro. The viewers are gonna be on the edge of their seats for the big reveal.
Oh,
Dude, I'm
my.
about to fucking fall off my
Yeah,
seat
we're
with
gonna add a
rope around my
paywall.
neck.
Spend $5 to get the ending of the podcast.
All right, I'm gonna pay some royalty fees so we can get some music in here. And then whenever the bass drop comes is when I'm gonna drop the big news.
How's it news whenever it's just a proposal?
I was expecting more of a reaction, except for the silence and then the laughter. I was
I'm-
kind of hoping I'm not leading this thing on my own right now. I'm just rambling.
Oh, I'm so
Save me.
confused what you're talking about, bro. I don't know what
We
you're talking
could go.
about.
I know something we could do. That I don't know.
Okay, let's go. What do you...
We could go to people's doors and just knock on their doors and pretend we're.
What is wrong with you? Shut up.
Yeah.
What
What?
is
No?
wrong with you?
I'll entertain it. What do you talk? What? Go on. I will not be doing this, but go on.
What are them people that knock on your door and try to make you join their religion?
A fucking Mormon.
You mean
Jehovah
a
Witness.
Jehovah
A
Yeah,
Witness?
Jehovah
Jehovah
Witness.
Witnesses. We could be Jehovah Witnesses. Go to people's houses.
It's the same thing.
Oh.
I mean, wait, are we gonna
Yes,
role
but
play
he was
being a
looking for
Jehovah's
that term.
Witness?
I mean, think about it. Content, you're not gonna get shot.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
that's just messed up.
you never know.
Tennessee.
In Texas,
I know.
you will.
I wouldn't doubt we'd get shot.
No, I'm just more.
Depends on where we
I'm
go.
more concerned about the fact of you just don't know people's intentions anymore. Like you could get in an argument with a neighbor, just go inside and pull a shotgun out and just kill you in the middle of the street, dude. They don't give a fuck. Dude, you not see, dude. I've seen videos, dude. It's sad. Like two people, like a person would have an argument, dude. They'll just go inside and like grab an AR and just come out and kill them. Like what the fuck is? We're a failed society. We're a failed human race.
No. It's evolution.
Oh yeah. I know.
Ever heard of the Purge?
Oh yeah, it's part of the plan. You're right.
Dude, I mean, the purge would solve maybe problems. It probably wouldn't though, but
I don't think it'd be that
it
bad.
actually
of a thing.
would.
I think it'd be a very
Maybe if it
bad
wasn't
thing.
like, maybe if it wasn't like full on murder. And it's like, yeah, you can just like go steal whatever you want and no repercussions.
I
Just
mean,
any crime other than fucking murder, maybe.
oh my
Um,
god.
I don't know if I could abide by that.
Mm,
Cause
no,
I
I
wouldn't want
definitely
my
have to kill someone.
yeah, I wouldn't want to be like chilling in my house, like some dude breaks through my window, give me your shit.
I don't. If
Respectively,
they're smart,
no.
then they won't do that.
I mean, it
then.
wouldn't be murder; it'd be
Yeah.
self-defense.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
at that
it's fine.
point, that's
Yeah, then
it's
it's fine.
justified. But like, if it's
Yeah,
during,
then
if
it's
you said
fine.
it's a purge, yeah, go steal shit. It's like, then you're giving them the incentive to steal shit and not get in trouble for it.
I mean, here's the
Yeah.
problem, right?
Their fault
that's
if they get shot.
Once you break
Then what's
down
the
the order
point?
of society, you're never gonna be able to reorder society. So it'd just be a fucking bad thing all around.
Every day we get closer to the purge.
I mean, yeah. It doesn't matter if the government lets it go.
Every
It's
day
gonna
we
happen one
stray
of these days
further
anyway.
from bitches.
What do you guys do if there was a purge?
Oh my
I'd
god.
just stay in
Kill
my
myself.
house.
I think we need a commercial break.
No.
Yeah, I think my brain needs to fucking reevaluate.
Look, I was not expecting us to
Recharge.
come out with like such heavy hitters like we did. Now I'm like
Yeah.
concerned about
Only a
how
heavy
to go
hitter
on.
if
We're
you
too
know
good at our
Brandon.
jobs.
Damn.
I'm trying to talk about the purge, but if you want to take a commercial break,
No, we're not
now.
taking a
No,
commercial
that was a
break.
joke.
okay.
Yeah, what the fuck are you thinking? Get it together. We're
Yeah, I'm
still
gonna go
in
take a
this.
shower.
You better fucking not.
God, we
Yeah.
fucking suck, guys.
You guys want a shower podcast? Give me a second. Hold on.
You just hear the shower in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can call you
I know.
guys. Call you guys on Discord. And I'm just gonna, hey guys, you can see my face and everything. First podcast with. That'd be
There's a
great,
story
dude.
about that, but I won't go into it.
Huh?
You've already said it. You might as well. You've already brought
Well,
it up.
now
I
you
can't.
got
No, I can't.
Why not?
Jaden once called us and he was in the shower the whole time.
Okay, that was true, but someone told me to do it, and I was like, what? No, and then there's like, come on. I was like,
But you did it anyway.
but I did it anyway. That is a true story.
Fucking gay.
It was shoulders up. Wasn't gay.
Ah!
Yeah, it wasn't gay.
Oh, my fault.
There's-
My fault. Ugh.
It was. I would never do it again, though. To be
I
fair,
would.
Sure. Sounded pretty fun.
it was the most pointless shit I've ever did in my life.
Probably the
Didn't do
weirdest
anything.
thing that I ever.
Bryce just
We
like
just talked.
put
we literally
filters
just talked.
on. Yeah, we just talked about
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. I don't even know how much I talked. I was like probably more concerned about
You
finishing
weren't.
my
You were just
shower.
taking you were just
Most
taking
of the
a
time, I wasn't
shower.
even in frame.
Yeah, no.
I was like looking at my
Water.
shower curtains and
It's just the
water or
water.
something. Cause like I was like, I'm not gonna be in frame for this. And I was like, I hope my phone don't fall. It would be bad.
Did you put it in a
Sometimes it's
bag?
for the plot. It's okay.
I
Yeah,
think
dude.
I did put
Any
it in a
normal
bag.
person puts it in a bag. I put mine in a bag, but I watch like YouTube while I'm in the shower almost every time. Straight away from watching, listening to music.
The shower EP. I mean,
Yeah, you guys want to? I'm down.
I like shower bombs. They can like with minty smells that open up your airways. Pretty good.
A bath bomb.
Dude,
I don't
That's
take
Sebastian.
bath.
Holy shit,
sometimes
holy
I get
shit.
bad nosebleeds in the shower.
Oh, me too.
Dude, sometimes I thought I was like, I'm bleeding out, dude, because I wouldn't know that I was bleeding, right? Because like there's
Mm-hmm.
water all over me, so it's like I don't know the difference. And so I just looked down, dude. It was like a puddle of blood like going down the sink. I was like, what the fuck? Because it's probably because it was so hot, and like you know,
Yeah.
blood runs more when it's warm, and so it was just like dripping out of my nose, dude, like a faucet. It's like, dude, what is going on? I guess like a blood vessel or something popped in my nose. I don't even know what
And
happened.
you can't tell that your nose is bleeding because you're in the shower.
Yeah.
So unless you open your eyes and see the blood,
Yeah.
then you're never gonna know.
I was like, I'm dying. It's here. I was
One
like,
time that I was in the bathroom and it was so hot and I didn't eat for like I really didn't eat much for 2 days, and I passed out in the shower almost. Like I got out and I felt like I was gonna throw up, dude. Like I just felt like I was gonna fucking chunk everywhere, right? And then so I was like, whoa, I feel really bad. And literally everything went black. Like it literally, I couldn't see anything. Like I lost my eyesight and I sat down. I was just
Dude.
like, I couldn't see with my eyes open, and I thought I was dead. Like I thought I was dying.
Shit like that. Okay, so like I'll sometimes be like laying down, I'll get up so fast, and it like
Yeah.
throws my equilibrium off, and my eyes go black, like they actually go black, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to fall the fuck over, and I'm like, holy
That's
shit.
what happened to me, but in the shower.
That's
And then I sat there and I felt like I was gonna throw up. And so I just sat down and I was like, this is my life now. And then like 5 seconds later, all of a
dude.
sudden
Have
I
you
was like,
vomited in a shower?
I could see? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would be like taking a shower, it's like, and
I've never.
it hit me so hard. I was like, dude, I don't feel good. Just like, it was done, dude. It hit me that I didn't feel good, and like within 3 seconds of that thought, it was already going down the drain, dude. It was that bad.
Whenever I was younger and I was sick, that's what I'd do. I'd get in the shower. And so if like I threw up, it was just like, just cleaned up, and plus it made me feel good.
Yeah, it was just
Getting
more
either a hot or
convenient.
cold shower. Yeah. A hot and cold shower.
Dude, I
while
don't know
throwing
what
up.
it is,
Just
man,
hit
but
diff.
just after you vomit, you just feel so good after. It's like weird. I'm not kidding, dude.
Yeah,
I'll be
but
like
then you got that.
sick.
You do. But you
Eh,
got that little back of
Yes.
your throat feeling.
Yeah, it has like a little burny,
Yeah, the burn.
weird
Yeah, the
feeling.
burny.
I usually like
I do
would
that
take a
sometimes when I burp.
yeah.
And it makes me feel
I
disgusting.
will
and
after
it
I
hurts for
vomit,
like
if
an
I have
hour.
like mints around or something, I usually like pop a mint because like your mouth is.
How often
And
do you throw up?
I don't throw up that often. I hate throwing up, though. I absolutely hate it. It is one of the worst things I can never experience in this life. I don't like vomiting, but after I vomit, it's satisfying. It's like, man, I needed that.
Does it go through your nose or no?
No, it goes,
Dude,
no,
if it goes through your nose, it's awful.
dude.
I have never had that.
Never.
What are you doing,
it's
laying
actually-
down? What
No,
are
I'm
Okay,
just doing it, but it's a
there-
lot of force.
There was one time when I was younger, when I got sick or feel nauseated, I would be afraid, right? So there was one time I was like maybe like 6 or 7. I think I had like the stomach virus, and I got afraid and I was sick, and I was running around the house going, and I was just running around the house, and it was actually coming out my nose and stuff. That was like the only time I think it's ever like came out of my nose. But yeah, I'd be like, I'm afraid. It's like running around the house, vomiting everywhere. But I don't know. It just when I feel sick, like it was the other night. It was probably last week, dude. I felt so nauseated. I had to go to my bathroom and sit down on the floor until I felt. I don't like feeling nauseated. I hate that feeling. It's so bad. I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna throw
Oh,
up,
you got that fear
just
too?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I just don't like feeling
There's another
nauseated.
stab
Yeah,
at
I
Brandon.
don't-
And
There was another stab at Brandon.
oh,
Sorry.
that's okay. But I just hate that feeling. I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna throw up, I just throw up already. Just like don't want to
said,
feel
dude.
this way.
It's an episode about Brandon.
I don't mind. Throwing
when
up.
I-
It's just if it goes to my nose.
But when I do throw up, I'm like, oh god, this is awful. Like when I'm throwing up, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Please make it. And then when it's over, I'm like, phew, man, that was good. I needed that one.
You do feel
Yeah.
You
like
did
20
like
times better.
it's like I don't know. It's like, man, my body needed to get that out, and then flush, and then there we go. I'm done. Wash my hands.
It's basically
go away.
like, it's like post-nut clarity,
Yeah.
Like,
I'm actually,
you
like,
bust and you're like,
exhausted
my
after.
life is so depressing. I'm such a piece of shit. And then, like, after, like, the, 5 minutes of post-nut clarity, you're like, damn, I just busted a nut.
Dude, having a cold and taking a warm shower is like also refreshing for some reason.
I thought you said
I thought you
having a
said
cold while
Yeah.
you're taking a shit. I was like, what? I was like,
No. Like having like a cold and you're like, my nose be stuffed up, bro, and you like go take a shower, and then like your
gotta
nose
take a
just
piss.
clears up.
I'll be back. You guys keep talking.
But
Bruh. Left the building.
Taylor, out.
Listen.
Okay.
Still better than Brandon.
Okay.
Almost burped and threw up.
Jesus Christ.
There was one time I was like eating homemade tacos in my room, right? And I was eating and
Already
I burped
sus.
and I burped and like stomach, so vomit pretty much, but it was like orangey liquid. No chunks, no nothing. Orangey
Ew.
came up and I just spit it on my plate and just kept eating my food.
Oh my god.
Look, it was the portion
Holy
plastic
shit.
plates, okay? And so I spit it in like one of the portions area, and then my food was nowhere near. I was like, I'll just keep eating. So I swung down some water and I was going, I just kept eating. I wasn't gonna
Oh
throw
my
my food
God.
away. It wasn't on my food.
Bryce,
it was
any
just
input?
It was just a burp. I didn't
No.
vomit.
Alright, turn into letting somebody here. You need to start talking more.
Look, I don't think.
Bro, I have no
that
input
bad.
on this.
Bryce,
have
how do you
experience
feel
with
about?
What, you've never
You
regurgitated
don't
on a
throw
plate
up?
and continued eating?
No, I like never
Okay,
throw up.
okay. You're making it sound bad. I burped. It was orange liquid, and I just spit it out on a portion of the plate where my food wasn't at, and I just kept eating.
Excuse me?
Okay, I'll say it again since you wasn't here. I was eating tacos, right, in my room one day, and I burped. I had to burp. So damn, I got burp. I burped, and then orange like liquid came up. So it was like stomach acid because I felt it. It burnt, and so I was like, ew. And so I
Oh.
felt it. It had burned my throat. It was like that was disgusting. And so I had a plastic plate that had the portions on it, right? Like the different portions, and I just spit it in the furthest portion away from my food, and I kept eating my food.
You're disgusting.
That is not disgusting. It wasn't anywhere out near my food.
Still kinda is,
I mean,
though.
I could see how it's okay.
Like I couldn't spit it. I could have got up, I guess, went to the bathroom and like spit it out. But then I have to like deal with my mom. Are you sick? Are you sick? Oh my god, are you? And then like I'm not dealing with that, so I was like, I'm just gonna
All
spit it
jabs
out on
at
the
your
plate.
mom now. Okay, we're just calling out everybody. Holy shit.
No, it's not a jab. It's just how it is.
What are
I
the
don't know about that one, man.
one of the last times
I've
I
never
threw
done
up,
it again.
I was in my dad's room and I was running to the hallway and I was like, Mom, I gotta throw, and I threw up into my hands
Oh my
and I just
god.
kind of stood there and she's like, go to the bathroom. So I'm running to the bathroom, just dripping puke everywhere,
talking.
and I'm throwing up and my hands are just nasty.
Why are you
I
even
feel even-
speaking, bro? Like, holy Christ.
Seeing people vomit used to make me sick. It don't really make me sick anymore. It depends. Really depends,
Middle
though.
Middle school,
school's
dude,
great.
everybody would throw everybody would throw up. One person would throw up, and then about 5 others.
I
That
have a story that I
Everywhere.
could say. So it was 3rd or 2nd grade at Westview. We were in the car line and the bus line. I believe it. This girl threw up on. She was standing. This kid was sitting. She threw up on top of this kid's head.
Oh my
This
god.
kid at the end of the line ran into the classroom and threw up, and the kid beside the kid that got thrown up on threw up. And it was like bang, bang, bang. And they all just threw up, and I was like, okay.
Dude, it was like 5th grade or like 6th grade, right? And we were doing like this project. I guess this person had like bad like anxiety or something when they were presenting a project. And so she was up there, she had like her paper in hand, she was like blah 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 saying whatever the project is. She went and then there was conveniently a trash can near her. She went and then went just projectile vomited like 3 feet away into the trash can, and everyone in the classroom was like, what the fuck? I was sitting there like and then everyone was like, I'm gonna get sick. They were like gagging and shit. I'm just sitting there like, holy shit, that was gnarly, dude. You vomited like 3 feet away from the trash can. That shit like flew into the trash
Fucking
can.
radical.
That was
Dab me up,
crazy.
bro.
No, and then she like left and went home, and I was like, damn, that was crazy. Actually, I've never seen anything like that. Everyone was like, I'm surprised no one else vomited, but they were like getting sick. It was like, oh, I'm gonna throw up. Oh god. And I'm like, chill out. It wasn't that bad. Okay, it wasn't that bad. Okay, it could have been worse.
I don't know,
One of the worst
man.
parts about growing up in middle school. Continue, Jaden.
What?
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 Are you,
Oh,
are you gonna?
I can't. Wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
What happened?
you can go. I'll continue mine.
No.
You were going.
No,
No, you go.
Okay. Anyway, in middle school, I used to fake being sick too. I'm pretty sure I've told you this.
Oh my god, you're Travis.
No, I would be taking a test, and okay, so this was like 8th grade. This is when the Division came out, and I like pre-ordered it. This was like when Division was supposed to like it was like sick and cool at the time, but then when you
What a
played it and beat
snoop.
it like in one day, you was like, wow, this game was kind of lacklustering. But when I pre-ordered it and I wanted to play it, and I was like, I don't want to be here, so I was taking a test. I went up to the teacher. I was like, yeah, I don't really feel good. Can I like go to the bathroom? And then she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I went to the bathroom. I stuck some Slim Jims, right?
Hmm.
I stuck some Slim
Bruh.
Jims, a can of Dr. Pepper in my hoodie
Oh
pocket,
my god.
and some like I think crackers or something. Right? I went to the bathroom. I had to pee actually, so I peed first. Opened the Dr. Pepper, drunk like half of it in the bathroom, poured it in, then started like flushing the toilet just a little bit, getting to where the water would mix it up a bit, and it was like a nice vomit color. And I started like eating some Slim Jims and spitting them out in the toilet, like chewing them up, making it look like it was chunk. Dude, I made it so convincible.
Fucking
And then,
mastermind.
dude, I was a fucking top G. And then Jaden Schroeder came into the bathroom to check on me. He's like, "Yeah, man, are you like good?" And I was like, "Uh, I'm like threw up in the toilet. You can see if you don't believe me." And he was like, "Nah, man, I believe you." And then he just walked out and told the teacher, and I went home and played the division.
Let's go. Yeah, you're actually like you actually used your brain in doing it, which is like awesome. Travis would literally just like, man, I don't want to be here, and just train his body to throw up on command. So
What's he
instead of
good?
like faking it and mixing shit in the toilet, he would just like whatever he had eaten that morning, because obviously he's gonna be eating like
Yeah.
every day. So whatever he was eating, he would just like keep in there. And if he doesn't want to be at school or whatever, it's well on command.
What is he, a boomer from Left 4 Dead? What the fuck?
Yep, looks like it too, no doubt.
Oh.
I know somebody
Calling out
that
everybody,
would,
I'm telling you, bro.
that would throw up after every meal, and he had to take medicine because it was getting to the point where the stomach acid was like dissolving part of his trachea.
Oh my god.
Kind of cute.
That used to be
What I was gonna
me.
say was
But go ahead.
really.
Yeah, I told you
Oh,
a story. It was my gallbladder like messing up or something.
oh yeah. The worst part about getting sick in middle school was waiting in the office for like 30 plus minutes for your parents to come get
Oh
you.
my god, dude, it's so bad. I hate that. Dude, sometimes I wouldn't remember my parents' phone number, so I'd be like sitting there and I'm like, well, okay, that's not true. I would never remember my mom's phone number, but I was like, I'll just call my dad, or like I'll give him my dad's phone number, and so my dad would come to work and pick me up and take me home. So, because I wouldn't call my mom, because I was like, maybe my mom has like a more, I don't know. I just feel like she couldn't leave work, but my dad, I guess, could. So I just like would give him my dad's phone number and be like, "Yeah, this is my dad's phone number," and then he'd come pick me up, and I would just go home and go to sleep because I was not having it, dude. When I actually was sick.
West,
Oh,
at Westview, they just kind of
well,
put us in the back
any more vomit stories?
when I was
I do
just
have.
going.
Oh, go ahead.
At Westview, they just kind of, if you were sick, they just kind of put you in the back of the office, and you were just like secluded from everything, and you just kind of sat there and stared at pictures of sick kids.
Ew.
Not
There, there was one time in 6th grade. I was in English, and I don't know what made me sick, but I evidently my body was just decided I was gonna get sick this day, and so I I don't like eat a hearty breakfast or nothing. Sometimes I usually would
Mm-hmm.
never eat it when I went to school, but well, actually that's not true. I would usually eat just to do it, but I would like just eat a like Pop Tart or something, dude. You know? So like I had like a
Yeah.
strawberry Pop Tart and I had some like sweet tea. Like that was my brekkie, dude. You know? Like that's what I ate every day. I didn't have time to eat cereal or nothing because I didn't really feel like doing that. And so I would just eat a Pop Tart and drink some tea. So that was my breakfast. I then went to school. I don't remember what part of the day it was, but it was pretty early. And so I got to English and we were sitting there like doing whatever shit classwork on the board, and Dakota Stout was like sitting on the floor next to me. Because like some people could sit in the floor in front of like the board if they couldn't see
Uh-huh.
or whatever, so they could see and just look up and do the work, and it was totally fine. Usually I'd go down there and talk to him, right? Just to chill out and just do my work, but I was in my chair, and I was feeling bad, and I was getting ready to go tell the teacher, right, that I was feeling sick, and so I looked at Dakota, and because he's trying to talk to me, he's like, Jaden, you feeling good? You don't feel good, and I just go, immediately into the floor. I just vomit. And Dakota just looks at me and looks at the vomit. He's like, I guess not. And then starts scooting away from the vomit. I was like, oh my god, dude. It was one of those moments like, man, I don't feel good. And it just hit me. And I was like, well, there it is. And my vomit was like pink, like of the color of the strawberry Pop-Tart and shit. So it was gross.
Damn.
And I was like, that is disgusting. It was
Are you gonna eat
colorful
that?
though. Yeah, are you gonna? Okay, that is fucking disgusting.
You
But
feeling okay?
dude, it was
Well,
on site.
let's
As soon as
go.
Dakota said, "Jane, you feeling alright?" I immediately just vomited all on the floor, and then I went home, of course. But I've not really been sick at school that much.
What are we transitioning to now?
Your mom.
Damn. He really went there.
Damn.
Talk about high
I don't
school?
know. Sure, why not? This is a shit show anyway.
Anything happened to you guys freshman year that you want to talk about? Anything crazy?
Yeah,
Okay.
not really.
Nothing happened freshman year.
I mean, there's funny stuff that I did freshman year, and that I recently found the video of.
The seizure?
Well, there's another one. If you look in the group chat, I think it's there. But it's
Another one?
whenever. Yes. Probably like the best thing that I ever did.
I don't know what's happening.
Basic. You know what happened.
Well, I
'cause
don't know
I
what
was
Austin said.
discussing with you.
You gotta when did you send it?
The seizure video. You don't know the
Oh,
seizure video?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
where's the
didn't know.
second part of it?
Talking about.
So there's two
You said
videos.
there was something else.
There's not that one. What I'm talking. Jaden knows what I'm talking about, but everybody's fucking. I don't know. You guys are confusing me because we all have small brain.
No, I
Bruh.
remember.
How many videos of there are the seizure?
None. There's one.
Okay,
Is
one.
it the
Okay,
one-
yeah.
You're on the seizure video. It's whenever I get shot and I jump up 5 foot in the air
Oh.
and slam down on the
Yeah.
ground.
I remember.
I haven't seen that.
I don't know.
or-
You guys are making it all about the seizure video. It's not about that.
Because I
at
don't
all.
remember that.
Because you weren't there.
Holy shit.
You weren't even there
Okay.
for the seizure video. You just know about it because it was a big thing for a while. Everybody was like, "You're a seizure boy." That
Damon
video
used to show me
went around
videos of
people.
like Taylor, like he would like be in the hall. Like I don't know what class it was, right? I don't even know if it was Damon's video, but Damon had it or something. I don't know what class he was in, but it was like obviously it was freshman year. But it was like you walking outside of a classroom, like through the windows. I don't.
Yeah,
It
it's
had
the
windows,
seizure
and you were
video.
like, and you just like
Yeah, that's
fall
the
in there
seizure-
or
Yeah,
whatever.
the seizure video.
That's the
Yeah.
seizure video
That's
that I
the
did. I
one.
fake seizured. And then I did that. And then there's the video that Damon took himself where Miss Bailey stepped out of the room for 5 minutes and me and him fucking turned that place into a war zone.
Dude, I swear I was not there when that happened. There's no
You
shot.
weren't.
I was not.
You definitely weren't. There's no way that you
Because
don't
I
remember
would
that.
I would have
But that
because I remember
video
we
is
had the same
amazing.
class at Miss Bailey's because Damon
Yeah.
introduced me to you in that class because Damon was like, Jaden, come here, this is Taylor. I was like, cool. I was like, I guess, what's up? But yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely was
The
not
fuck
there.
is this dweeb?
Exactly how Jaden was.
Are you
And now
serious?
look at us. Huh?
I don't remember that interaction. I'm gonna be honest. Like I remember we got introduced, but I don't even remember what I said. I probably was like, "Oh, what's up?" or something. That's probably what happened. And then you told me to fuck off or something, and I fucked off.
Yeah, exactly to me.
I'm just kidding.
But no, there's another video where we were in the class. You guys don't remember it, but like a few weeks ago, I had this discussion with Jaden
Yeah.
because I was trying to find it, and I was so pissed off because I couldn't find it. So I had to go to the depths of hell to fucking find the video. But I finally pulled it out of some old accounts. But And basically, in the video, it's like a minute-long video of me just chasing Damon around, right? And me just like knocking over desks, jumping over them and shit. And then there, at the end of it, Damon gets on the opposite side of all the desks as me, and he just points a finger gun at me, right? And he goes, bang, and I jump up sideways, right? And I just land on the ground. And you can hear me hit the fucking ground. It's somewhere in the group chat, I believe. So if you guys want to go
If we
look
get
at that.
can we insert that? into
Yes. Sure, whatever. You can insert it if you guys want to, or you can make a short about it or whatever. But
I'm gonna insert it somewhere.
Earth shatter. Sorry. My bad.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
I
I need
just
you
software
drunk today.
Jaden,
Here's where it hit.
could you see if you find that video? Because I don't have my phone on me.
Yeah, I could
I sent it to the group
see.
chat, right?
You sent
Or
it
did I
to
send
me.
it to
Imagine.
Oh yeah, it's either in the group chat or I sent it to Jaden. Because I was like, here, Jaden, because he was there, going through the struggles
I
with
most definitely probably have it in ours because I think we saved a bunch of stuff like that, right? Probably. I don't know. Probably not.
me. You stop running away from me, you puss.
It's definitely not in here.
Wha-
Yeah, the last part is you sending a video of Bryce when your camera was broken, saying you like dick,
What?
you like cock, you like dick and balls in that video.
Oh, I remember that.
Wait, Bryce, we had that third period class freshman year. The wood thing.
Oh, wood shop. Dude, I have some wood shop stories, let me tell you. The
It was
the
called
second
medieval
semester.
engineering, right?
Yeah, well, the second semester I had proper wood shop with I can't remember his name, but it was like Woodridge or something. It was his last name. And he built this chair. And he was really proud of it. And he was sitting there in front of Eads, and I just went up behind him and fucking kicked out the back leg as hard as I could. And he just went backwards and just freaking destroyed himself on the concrete floor. And he laughed. He was like,
Okay.
I want to
The
tell a
next-
middle school story, dude. About
Do it.
it's about the same thing. Blake,
oh, is it
right?
the same time you did it
It's-
to me?
No, it's about Blake. I can tell that story too, but it's a Blake story. Me and Blake sat in front of, like, sat right
Oh.
beside each other, and we were the only two desks right in front of Miss Hartman's desk thingy, right? And
Fuck, I
so,
remember this.
so we were there, right? And all of a sudden, I just got the urge because she walked out for like a good 5 minutes and everything, and I just randomly got the urge to just kick Blake's chair as hard as I fucking could. And it's one of the metal chairs, right? And I kick the leg, and it folds in half. And so he just slides off the fucking chair and slams against the ground, and she walks in immediately after. And she was like, Blake, are you okay? And then Blake's like, yeah, my chair just broke, and laughing his ass off. But I kicked it so hard, it folded in half, and he just fell off of it. And he was like, what the, whoa. Whoa. And then she walked in and was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, my chair just broke. I don't know how it happened. She's like, wow, that is a little weird. It's the funniest thing. And then we can talk about Bryce. All right, me and Bryce got detention and stuff for a few days.
This is a good one.
Well, I did anyways. Because, all right, so we had a thing going
I think
on
we both
in
got
our
it
school.
because of the freaking exploitatives that I just.
I
freaking
know that I
yelled
got it
after.
for-
There's no
few
way you
days.
didn't get it for what you said.
I
to those
got it
children.
for a few days because it
Oh,
was
no.
I could have harmed Bryce. But Bryce, it was just a meme going around
We need
where
some
everybody was
context
doing
first,
it.
right? We were
Yeah.
in music with like I don't remember what we were doing, but for some reason, we were in 8th grade. For some reason, there was a bunch of first and second graders in there, for no reason.
Okay.
And then Taylor can tell to his part.
There's just a meme that was going around where it was just a funny thing to just take the seat out from under your friend.
Mhm.
Like he's like about to sit down or whatever, and
Mhm.
you just pull it away, or you just take it out from under him while he's sitting on it, right? So there's this dude, I think his name was Vance or something like that was there for like 1 year. I don't even think he was there for the full year. Like, I think he just like quit school afterwards because he was like a trouble kid. But so he was like, Taylor, we should do this. Do this to Bryce. I was like, okay, yeah, fine. It'll be funny. You're right. And then, like I said, we're just chilling, right? And then I was like, all right, let's do it. And Bryce goes to sit down, and he doesn't pull with me, right? He puts his hand on the chair, and he's like, all right, as soon as he sits down. And then I'm the only one that pulled, right? So Bryce gets up and hits his back on the chair after he falls down, and he's like, "You motherfucker! Why the fuck would you do that? What the hell, dude?" And just starts cussing in front of these first and second graders. And so Mr. Mans, I don't even remember his name. He came over there. He's like, "Guys, what's going?" And he took us to the office. Long story short, and they were like, "What happened?" And then I got a good firm talking to, "Hey Taylor, you could hurt somebody by doing that, right? I don't care."
Dude, I got talked to. Dude, you should really watch your language around little kids.
Yeah,
right?
You can hurt people like that, right? He could have hit his head. He could have hit his head, had a concussion, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, cool story, bro. I'm like, that's cool and everything, but did he? No? Okay. Get off my dick.
Did he die though?
No. Yeah, is he dead? No, okay, cool. Whatever. But it's just one of those things.
It was like one of those moments for me where something happens and you just your just fucking mind just becomes hatred for no reason.
I've always hated when teachers have said that shit. You could have hurt him or something. It's like,
did I? Though?
I could have not done that. Have I guys told you? Okay, I think I have, but I'm not sure. It was 5th grade, right? You guys know Justin McCurry or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That turtle. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 5th grade, and we had the same. Okay, we had the same. I've
What's
lost
going
my.
on?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you all right?
No.
Okay.
I do. He is a turtle, dude. You fucking see that hunchback of Notre Dame looking ass?
Damn. Anyway, we sat at the same tables or whatever, and he sat next to me. And so I don't know what subject it was. It could have been science or whatever. So it was we was doing this bullshit classwork, and he was being annoying. He was moving around in his chair and fucking, I don't know. He was making noises, and it was just unnerving me. It was just, I was getting annoyed. And so I took my pencil, right? And so the pencil was still in my hands. I didn't do anything with the pencil. The pencil was still in my hands, right? And I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, "Yo, fucking calm down. Okay, calm down. This is annoying." And he looked at me, and his mouth was open, and the eraser part shoved into his gum. And he thought it was funny. He was like, "Ow, ha ha ha." And then the teacher, my teacher's name was Miss Smith in 5th grade, and she looked over or whatever, and she was like, "I saw that. I saw that. You two get up here." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What?" And so we go up there, and she was like, "I'm going to be reporting this to the principal. You could have hurt him. That could have went up his mouth. It could have killed him." I'm like, "It was the eraser, you old hag. How could it have killed him?" I was like, "That doesn't make any sense." I was like, "How is it my fault?" He looked at it and pretty much slammed his mouth on my eraser. Well, how is this my fault? But you could have killed him. No, I couldn't have, actually. Quite the opposite. I highly doubt that he was moving anywhere near the velocity for the pencil eraser to go through his mouth and kill him. No shot. But, I've always hated shit. You could have hurt him. You could have killed him. What? Flicking a fucking piece of paper could have gave him a concussion, dude. Chill out.
I just see it this way. It's you could have. It's yeah, but did I?
Yeah, did I? No.
Yeah, you could have, but really, what are the chances? What are the chances?
Realistically, is he hurt right now? Not really. He's just a little mad,
Yeah,
same thing with Bryce. He's not hurt. He's just mad at me
that's
right now.
What? Yeah, that's what Austin said the other day. He was like, when I'd lean back in my chair, and the teacher was like, "You should do that. You fall and get a concussion." And Austin was like, "I'll just raise my head up." I was like, "Yeah, it's really all you have to do. You fall back. Raise my head up. Wow, I don't break my skull.
I put my head up.
I do that anyway. When we used to play basketball, and that mat that used to be under the goal. Remember that? And I jumped and I landed on it and I slid under it. My head immediately shot up and so I didn't get hurt. I didn't crack my head on the fucking concrete because it's just a natural instinct that like you just have to protect yourself. It's like, well, some people don't have that. Well, maybe they shouldn't be fucking betas then. How about that? I mean,
Yeah, amen.
like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You will not
Listen,
survive in this life if you don't have
was
instincts like
I
that.
was at a loss, okay, because I couldn't do anything, okay. Whenever I got my concussion in high school, right? Big boy Tony, right? Huge boy Tony, right? We're playing handball or whatever it was bullshit called, where you threw it in
Mhm.
between the like shit and weightlifting, right? And so he fucking just jumps on me, right? And I'm falling back with like his body weight on me, right? And it flips the hurdle over, right? And so the backside of the hurdle, where it's a metal fucking rod, right? Just pole sticking up. That flicks up, and I land on that. It's like I can't.
Oh my
I can't.
God.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my concussion.
Yeah,
It's like I can't stop
You
that.
can't stop things like
I
that.
was fucked. I
There-
was fucked.
There,
I don't even
Dude,
remember
I
anything.
found him. I found
Dude, I
him
was so out of
in
it.
the hallway. and
I
was
don't
like,
even remember it.
What are you doing?
I don't
He's
even
like,
remember it.
I forgot what you said. You're just outside staring at a door. So I just walked. He was literally just standing in the hallway, just looking. I was like, Taylor, you?
I could have
buddy?
sued the school and got money for that, by the way.
So I walked him to the nurse's office. I think.
So
Or did I leave you?
yeah,
I don't,
so what the
actually,
thing is being the man that I am, immediately after I, regained consciousness after being knocked out for a few seconds of hitting my fucking head from Big Tony's big boy weight on me, right? Everybody was like, Taylor, are you okay, dude? Are you okay? And all I remember is a conversation. It's just a blackness with just conversation. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. They're like, Taylor, you're not okay, dude. You are not. You can barely walk all by yourself. I'm like, no, I'm okay. And then everybody goes and tells whatever his name was before Street was there, whatever that guy's name was.
Walls.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, you need to go to the nurse. And he just sends me up there alone. After everybody's like, yeah, no, he's probably got a concussion. He's like, he can go up there. So then that's whenever I get lost. I'm like right beside the lunchroom. I don't even remember the walk up there.
Taylor's
right?
just walking around like Sleepy Joe.
I don't remember the walk up there. All I remember is me like propped up against one of the poles there down at the lower commons, right beside the lunch thing, looking, and then I see Austin and Hayden Guevara start walking towards me.
Oh
And I'm
my
like-
lord.
Oh.
I was like, what are you doing, bro? And you're like,
Yeah,
I
and
hit
then Austin
my
walks up, he's like,
head.
hey, what are you doing, Taylor? And I'm like, I hit my head, and they told me to go to the nurse's office. You know where that is? Because, I didn't remember shit because I just got fucked up. My brain got fucking scrambled. And then Austin had to walk me there, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then they're talking to me, and they're like, are you okay? You okay? The nurses were? And they're like, all right, we're going to check all this stuff, check my blood pressure and all that bullshit. I'm like, I hit my head. I'm like, you don't need to do. I hit
need
my
to go to the
fucking head.
hospital, you dumb
Yeah, I
fucks.
hit my fucking head. I don't need all this bullshit checked. And then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to call your parents." And then I'm pretty sure I fell asleep. Like I don't remember shit from that.
Call an
I
ambulance.
I don't remember shit. Okay, after that, other than me being in the car halfway to the hospital, like, "Are you okay, Taylor?" My mom was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just really tired." She's
Yeah.
like, "Whoa. Don't go to sleep if you have a concussion." And I was like, "But I'm really tired."
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to go to sleep. And she's like, no, we can't do that. So she had to keep me awake the whole ride there. And then we get up there, and they took 2 hours to get back there, sitting in like this fucking hospital bed. And they're like, yeah, you have a mild concussion and stuff. And I'm like, oh,
Awesome.
really? I wouldn't have guessed. And then they were like, yeah, you'll be okay. Like, you having any memory issues? And I lied. I was like, no, I feel okay. They're like, oh, okay, you're good to go then. Whenever you're ready. I just sat in the bed for like 5 extra minutes, and then I went home. And then, all right, and then get this story, right? Like a day later, I just went to bed when I got home, right? And probably not the smartest thing to do. But like, they told me, they're like, I mean, the way your brain heals itself, like stuff like that, is actually sleeping. You're not supposed to take, sleep right immediately after a brain injury. So I was like, okay. And so I just
Sure.
immediately went back to sleep. As soon as I got home, I just fell asleep. And then a day later, we were playing, right? It was when we were still friends with Corey. And I go to take a fat shit, right? And I'm in there for like I like 2 hours. Like I'm not even joking. I was just playing I don't even remember what I was playing with Corey. But I was in there 2 hours because I didn't know what was going on. I disappeared to take a shit. And I sat on the toilet for 2 hours on my phone looking at the same fucking video because I was that fucking spaced out of my mind. And I came back and I think maybe Bryce was there. I don't remember. I think we were playing Ark actually. I don't remember if Bryce was there, but I know Corey was for sure there. And I just come back and Corey's like, "Dude, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know what I just did, bro." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, I just got off the toilet. He's like, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what happened, bro. It was just the weirdest, like literally the weirdest time of my life. Not knowing what was going on.
Damn.
Anybody else had
Well.
a brain injury of sorts?
No.
No, I've never had
Nope.
like any major injury.
Doubt.
I mean, you have ear infections. That's pretty bad.
The only like really bad thing that I consider that like I've ever done is I like had a nail, like a 5-inch nail, like just like completely through my foot, like been in a board for like 20 years, rusted all to hell.
The fuck.
You get a tetanus shot?
Tetanus.
Yeah, I had had a tetanus shot before then, so I had to go and like immediately get one. That wasn't
Put
the
it in your
worst
butt?
part though. It was like, I was kind of stupid. I didn't like leave it in or anything so it wouldn't bleed, you know? I just kind of like ripped it out and took my shoe off, and that just made it worse. Not only because it was like the most painful thing I've ever fucking done, but because then it just started bleeding like a motherfucker.
Like a motherfucker.
I mean, they would have just destroyed your shoes, so you kind of saved the shoe for the most part.
I wore those. It was the shoes I wore throughout like all of middle school. Like I
Oh
had the
my
same
God.
Yeah,
shoes
you
for
saved
like
your shoes.
5
I would
years.
have destroyed them shoes trying to get that thing off the nail.
I mean, I guess also when I was 4, I got bit by a dog. It was kind of my own fault.
What?
Like, I mean, my neighbor's dog was like, it was like one of those dogs that you don't want to have in your neighborhood. Like, it was just one of those asshole dogs.
Okay.
And I was like 4, so I didn't know what the fucking asshole dog was. So I just kind of like walked into their yard,
Hmm.
started trying to play with it, and it didn't like that. So it
Oh
kind
my
of like
God.
it kind of like took a 3-inch chunk out of my back of my leg.
Hmm.
Like I still have a big like hole in the back of my leg from that.
Yeah, it sounds traumatizing.
Yeah, it's not nice. I kind of like there was a point in my life where I genuinely just wanted every dog to die after that, but then I kind of realized that like that's not how it works.
Didn't somebody here have a bad experience with a husky? Or is that somebody else?
Mm, don't think so.
Somebody else.
No, I love huskies.
If there's a dog I'd get, it'd probably be like a husky or something like that.
Has no one here broke anything?
I
My
haven't
ribs.
broke anything, but the only thing I've came close to that was tearing ligaments in my wrist.
I mean, I shattered my fucking ribs in a baseball game, and I played through the rest of the baseball game, then went to the hospital afterwards.
And then you realize you can't do anything
Jesus.
about ribs, so you went home
Yeah,
because
they
that's
were like, "Yeah, your ribs
unfortunate.
are broken." They're like, "Yeah,
Ice
if you
them up.
kept, yeah." They're like, "If you kept doing what you were doing, you probably would have died, and would have fucking popped my fucking lungs." And I was like, "Oh, that's crazy. Thanks, Dad, for making me play that fucking baseball game through."
I
Appreciate it.
broke my knuckles one time. I got like really pissed off at a game. I don't remember what it was. So I just got up and I just punched the nearest part of the wall as hard as I fucking could. And I punched a stud as hard as I could.
Mm.
And I broke like the 3 center knuckles. And
Oh
oh
man.
my god, I regretted my fucking decision.
And then you never punched anything
I
again.
actually busted part of the stud out whenever I did that. That's how hard I punched the motherfucker. It ended
Jesus
up doing more
Christ.
damage to me than I did to it, though.
Oh
This
man.
That was a
this
good-
wasn't like the trash can. It kind of hurt me more.
That was a good time. Whenever we'd be playing video games, and all of a sudden one of us would just get up and punch a wall.
I still do that sometimes, but before I do it, I like feel the wall. Like I make sure I'm not punching the stud.
Dude, there was a time back then where I just punch everything, dude. Wall would be beside me, and I just go, all right, fuck it.
Didn't one day while we were playing, you just like fucking put a hole in your desk or something?
I made my desk fucking wobble because it like has a fucking actual like sink in my desk because I fucking literally just I fucking hammer fisted it as hard as I fucking could. Just straight I was and it literally just it's got a fucking reverse lump in it, dude. It's got an indentation.
Dude, I did that with my old desk, like right before I replaced it, cause like I had to replace my desk. Because like I don't remember what I was playing on my PC, but it pissed me off. I just fucking hammered my desk as hard as I fucking could straight in the middle, and I actually went through the center of my desk. It was an old desk, so it wasn't like a tough thing to do. But Jesus Christ, was it not the greatest of experiences?
It's safe to say I've never done any of that. I've gotten
Me
mad
neither.
Put a whole
before.
wall.
I've gotten mad before, like back when 360 you had like it was when installation
360 was
discs
the worst, dude.
when installation discs started becoming a thing, right? So I had the GTA 5 installation disc, right? And so I just got mad and I was like, fuck this. I just chucked it and threw it at my dresser and it shattered into pieces and then I had to like clean it up. Yeah, that was like, if I'm gonna break something that's not going to cost me money. And so I just like threw my fucking installation disc of GTA 5 into my dresser and it went and it just shattered everywhere. And I was like, well, cool, I guess.
You ever use a weapon, dude? I have a
I've
I have
shot
a
myself
slash.
before.
I have
I've
a
used a
slash
weapon on my
mark.
leg before.
Like I have a legit slash mark in my wall from where I got pissed off, and I just fucking took my sword and fucking into the freaking wall.
Oh my god.
I have a stab mark in my leg that I ripped open.
Yeah, I got a bullet hole in my.
I shot myself with an airsoft pistol, point blank range, in the thigh, and that shit hurt.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk about. All right.
Jesus Christ.
So I got two stories, right? And I don't remember which one left the mark, but my dad got me a like a metal BB gun that's air compressed, right? You know, so it's pretty powerful, right? And it wasn't working and it wasn't shooting, right? So we're in the house and my dad was like, "All right, I'm gonna try and fix this, right?" And he's pointing it at me while beating the shit out of the gun to try and make it fix, right? And all of a sudden it goes
off.
and it shoots and it goes into my arm, right?
Oh my god.
Right into my forearm, right? And I'm like, ah! And he's like, dude, that's funny.
That's funny.
That's literally like what he says. And I'm like, it's sticking out of my arm. And I'm like,
Yo, that's kind of fucked up.
and I just like pushed it out and I was like, what the fuck? He's like, here, it works now. And just handed it back to me. And I was like,
Keep throwing hands.
and I thought it was funny that where he's like, well, that's funny. It's literally shooting me. And then there's another story about art class. You know the ball that we used to throw at Austin, quiet ball or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know that? Well, me and Dustin Douglas were like the only people left in there. It was like me, Dustin Douglas, and a few other people that was in there. And he throws it at me, right? And I have a pencil and my work in my right hand, right? And it's going straight to my nutsack, let me tell you, okay? Like, he chucked it right at my balls, right? And so I immediately, of course, went to go protect myself, right? And I stabbed myself with a pencil in the forearm as well, right? And it literally was jabbed into me so hard that I just held out my left arm where it was stabbed in, and it was just sticking out of my arm. Like it was in so far that it just I didn't have to hold it up for it to stay in my arm. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this is so dumb. And I'm like, fuck you, Dustin. Fuck you. And I just chucked it right back at him and then just pulled it out of my arm and then just went on with my life.
I
Like, what the fuck?
I used to play that 5-finger fillet game where you like stab the knife or the whatever in between your fingers. I
Yeah.
did that with scissors and I cut my ring finger and it
Oh
bled.
my god.
Yeah.
I used to do that with a real knife because that was something that everybody would do in school. Except not with a real knife, of course, because
I
that
do
would
it with
cause
a
problems.
fork, and I had a special fork that I like sharpened.
Not the God fork. Is it the
No, it
God
wasn't
fork
the
that you
God
left in your
fork.
wall?
It's still
Okay.
in my wall. It's still in my wall. That's what I do. Like if I'm like laying
Most
in my
disgusting
bed.
fork I've ever seen.
If I'm laying in my bed and like I get an itch on my back, I just pull that bitch out and start fucking like it's like I use it like one of those freaking
Oh my god.
hand back scratcher things. I just use the fork because it's like an extra big fork. I just have it
Oh my
stuck in a
God.
piece of my
What
wall
is
where the two
wrong
walls
with
meet.
you?
Listen, it
Dude,
was
I
there
take
for
it out
ye- It's
sometimes
been there
just
for
to
years.
look at it, and it's like the
It
most
has been
disgusting
there
fork ever.
for years.
It's been
And
in my
then
wall
you
for 6
Then you
years.
lost it. Then you
I
lost
lost it at one point, and then I found it whenever we did that clean thing. I was like, "Oh my god, it's the God fork!" Because I'd replaced it. So I threw away the replacement God fork and replaced it with the rightful heir to the throne.
This is garbage now.
The most disgusting fork I've ever seen. As well.
Just look in the
Hey,
corner
it
of
gets
the
the
room and you
job
see a
done, bro.
fork. Bro, just
What's
use
up with the fork?
anything else but a fork.
It's convenient because I can just stick it in the wall, and if I'm like, and if I like, I need it at night, I can just reach up there and grab it. Then I can just stick it back in the wall.
Oh my.
You know what else is convenient? An actual back scratcher.
Well, hey, I can't be bothered to go spend $5. Okay. I could use that $5 for
Bow girls?
exactly.
Oh my
No, I
god.
respect the
Exactly,
honesty.
man. What?
Don't hate.
No.
Yeah, don't diss it till you tried it.
I don't want to try it.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
I mean, hey, that's
Who
your
made that
right
stupid
as a
ass rule?
person. That's your right as a person.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
Thank you for
Not as
telling
an
me my
American
rights.
though, because you're American, you have to try it.
I feel
'Cause fuck you.
safe to call you my lawyer now. Thank you, Bryce.
Better call Bryce.
Oh my god, fucking disgusting.
Better
Sorry.
call
Hey, I
Bryce.
know some things, but I also like,
Same.
don't know 99% of it. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, I need to fucking die.
Ugh.
You know?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
You know, bro?
so.
What the fuck you talking about? Fucking goofy looking ass. Fucking Looney Tunes looking motherfucker.
What does that even mean?
You know what I mean?
Alright, vault
Are you
door.
projecting?
Hey!
Vault
Anybody,
door.
you're the closest
Oh,
to fucking Bugs Bunny.
Hey, only one
Vault.
tooth is like that now because my other tooth isn't like. It has a
Moved on.
It moved on.
No, that tooth didn't get pulled out. It's kind of
Hit
like
the
having a
Oregon Trail.
condom, you know?
It's shifted, okay.
No, it has like a blanket. It has a blanket.
The fuck does that even mean?
Okay.
It's got a crown.
I
Yep.
think you're reading into it too much. It clearly has a blanket.
Yeah, you're right.
It's covered.
It honestly,
Bryce
it's
has a
probably,
piece of
it's
cloth
probably
in his
closer to a
mouth.
condom than a blanket.
What?
It's like form
Okay,
fitting.
he's losing me now.
Yeah,
I
he's
lose a
beyond
lot of
being
You know
able to
what?
defend.
know
pretty
what?
often.
I'm kind of curious, Parker. Kind of curious.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, you go
we
on Raw.
said no.
Yes.
Stop. We said we would save it for our next episode. Okay, we're an hour 32 in. Would you like to elaborate on Travis? At least some.
He
Holy
doesn't want
shit.
to talk about him.
Do you
Well,
not?
Listen,
I never
call
said
it-
that. Well, I
Listen,
mean,
we've called
ask
everybody
and ye
out
shall
this
Look, we
receive.
could just call this episode the shit posting episode.
We can call it the calling out everybody because we have.
Oh, it's taking risks and taking names. That's the name. That's the fucking title.
Kicking asses and taking bitches.
Nah.
I wait till Brandon
Attaboy, that's
watches
the
this
thinking.
episode because that's how life works.
I hope he
It's gonna
does.
be the episode that Brandon goes, huh? I think I'm
Post
gonna
What
watch
would
the
they up to?
podcast. Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch the podcast today because like I said, that's kind of how things work. And he's just gonna be like, "Oh my god, these guys are fucking assholes."
It's like, no, we're not saying anything we wouldn't say to your face, Brandon.
You know, I'm proud to be considered an asshole.
I mean, I'd honestly say worse things if it came to Brandon's face, and I was genuinely mad.
True.
Uh, so
Like,
about Travis.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about him?
Uh,
What about him?
I
Yeah,
don't
He
know.
cool,
You
man?
fucking
He-
ask me. I don't know.
I don't know.
buddy.
How
does
are
that
your
work?
Supposed to
thoughts
know.
upon the man named?
You wanted to
Travis?
talk about him.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
I
tell
mean,
us the
he's
story.
a guy.
Just tell us the story
Oh.
about Travis.
Yeah, just give us the gist.
Oh God.
Just tell us the story you think
Um,
just accurately depicts Travis.
a story that accurately depicts
Like
Travis.
you could point to this story and be like, you know what? If there's any person that could do this story, it's Travis. Like this is a Travis moment right here.
Travis
Oh
101.
my God. A classic Travis moment. Oh my God. What's one I can talk about
I mean,
on
you
here?
could start with him smoking ciggies now, I
You
guess.
could talk about. Talk about whatever you want to. You could talk about every
Well,
single one of them.
The stage
in regards
is
to
yours.
that, he's like he'll post him doing it, but he'll deny that it happens. So he has that going on right now.
How does that even make any
Um,
sense?
he originally worked at Bojangles, okay,
Mhm.
the one near ETSU. He now works at Burger King, towards, oh God, out towards Old Elizabeth and just really rugged area. And
Damn, motherfucker.
well, yeah, he went working there, and like apparently he's like, everyone there is like their family, like they're all that close, like they're brothers and sisters at Burger King,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's
That's what I'm
like,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, they
My
got that
brothers
team
in King.
pride. But there's this girl named Hannah that he's like literally fell in love with, like would only talk about her, and would
Is he like full
he
on
would,
simp mode, bro?
yes, and like he'd be on TikTok and be like, "Hey, I sent this to Hannah," and he'd be like asking me for advice, like, "What should I say?" But like he doesn't take advice. He was just like stalling.
He asks and doesn't want it.
Well, yes, and he's very straightforward with everything. So like I'm pretty sure he's told her that he's willing for her to move in with him.
That's
Uh,
Kind
yeah,
of really forward.
I want to see what
he's
the girl looks
like,
like.
well, I mean, she's not that bad looking. I think last episode when we were talking about it, I told you all the story of how I saw her for the first time. I didn't know it was her, and I was like, "Who, mama?" And I looked at him and asked him who it was, and he was like, "I don't know." And and then he was like, "You know who that is?" Like, okay, sorry.
Whatever you say, man.
But she ended up having to move away, so they don't get to work together at Burger King anymore. He just sees it as like a sign of life that she's the one that they met and got so close, and she moved away. So yeah, but he can't even, like, he can't drive. He doesn't have a license or anything yet, and he's like wanting to fucking hang out with her and stuff still. It's like, hey, will you come pick me up so we can hang out? But I don't know if she can drive either, so.
Well,
But yeah, he's a complicated man living a simple lifestyle, I guess. He is not a fucking open book,
I mean,
unlike
Yeah,
Brandon apparently.
yeah, Brandon is pretty readable. Like, I don't know.
you can predict what Brandon will do in a week
Ooh, hey, I
and be
just
accurate.
realized my company is gone. So, you know that big idea for content I had earlier that I was agging on
mhm.
about? Well, it's time. I'm fucking ripping this card.
Okay.
And then we can do a segment where ask Parker anything, and I'm gonna be fucking throwing up and answering questions. Oh god.
You're gonna be
I got
zooted.
shit. Well, I've been hitting it a little today, and I mean I was like at the start of the podcast, I was just feeling it, but it's faded to nothingness. So I need to climb to the peak real quick.
I will climb to peak of
The
greatness
highest
mountain.
mountain.
Shut up, man! Shut up!
Okay.
Distracting me. I need a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Take off.
Gay.
Damn.
Mhm.
Okay.
Whoa.
He's
Going
ascending.
on.
Oh. What is going on? What is going on?
Oh
Okay.
my god.
You alright? What the hell happened?
Jesus Christ.
Wha-
I had that DMT cart.
Yeah.
I break it through.
Soaring, flying.
Do you guys get that reference? Oh my god, pull that shit up, Jamie.
What?
Fuck. There's a old CS:GO video of these guys playing CS:GO together, and one of them has a. You guys know what DMT is, right? Dead Man's Trip.
Yeah.
Hang on,
All right,
Parker.
well,
Parker, hang on.
ah,
Hang on. Oh my god. Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on. Sorry. I'm so
God.
sorry, guys.
no coming on stream.
No. Hang on. Dude, it's not.
What?
No, stop getting mad.
What
Oh, I
is
found it.
Could have had fucking Brandon.
We're falling
That was a
apart.
joke.
Let's go, baby! My class is canceled because my professor has bronchitis.
Damn.
Boom!
Please
Bro,
tell me
I
why
forgot
Oh, why
what
you
I was
asking
talking
what the
about.
chance of your
For that.
professor dying?
Yeah, he is kind of old.
What a shitty thing to say.
Yeah, what a shit person you are. Holy shit.
You know what? Fine. I'm a bad person. I get
What's
to
the
sleep
chance
in
of
tomorrow.
somebody going to boot camp and getting PTSD from it? Oh, wait.
Oh my.
Real question.
Too
Are
soon, too
you a
soon.
shit person? Real question is, are you a shit person, right? If you could go back in time and you killed baby Hitler.
I've heard this argument before. I'm gonna say no, because baby Hitler didn't do anything bad.
I think that you're a bad person if you go back in time and kill baby Hitler because he's baby Hitler. Baby Hitler, he isn't destined to do what he did. He just
What
really
if you
found
go
the
back
wrong
and let him into art
influences.
school?
Yeah, what if
Well,
you
he
pass him?
was
What if I went back in time and
partially
aided
influenced
Hitler to
before that.
rule the world
Yeah,
in
but
a
what if you
different way?
pass him, you know? Instead of telling him that he's dog shit, you know?
Yeah, what if I just,
What if we offered an alternative to
Yeah.
Auschwitz?
What if I told him, brought him the numbers, and said, look, this is what you do, this is what you can do besides that. And then hopefully he picks the right choice and history doesn't repeat itself. And then we have
We could help him win the war.
Okay, no. Here's the
No.
thing, right? Here's the
rather not
thing,
be
right?
speaking German.
Hitler genuinely could have been a great leader.
He was a
Like,
great
he-
leader. And then he killed the
He
Jews.
just has that ability to. He just has that ability
So-
to lead people.
I mean,
The
What did he do
problem
wrong,
is
though?
that
What did he
the
do
problem
wrong?
is that he was very poorly influenced and tried to do very horrible
I don't think you
things.
need to be in the
Yeah.
position you're
Our school
justifying Hitler.
changed him.
Yeah, you're right.
Our school changed
He's just
him, man.
misunderstood, man. You know?
Yeah.
And who
It's
controls
awesome.
our
He could have been
school?
like Van Gogh,
The
man.
government.
Ah, there it is. You're right. It all
CIA.
makes sense.
You heard it here first, folks. CIA made Hitler.
It's all the
Exactly.
government's doing that Hitler did what he did.
They made Hitler to try to get rid of communism. Unfortunately, he failed.
Now
Unless.
he has a revenge arc coming soon. I'm gonna fucking
Hitler
revive
2.
Hitler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking Ito Tensei.
Yeah.
You're gonna revive Hitler, and I'm gonna
Revive
revive
Hitler.
Stalin, and we're gonna have them fight in an arena.
Ito Tensei on Hitler.
Too bad. Since he's revived, he won't die until he's like sealed away. Or
I wonder if Hitler was buried. or if he was,
Reanimation.
like, Or if he was like, just like, I wonder what happened to him
Apparently,
after he killed
my
himself.
history teacher said that he had officers cremate him, but I don't know if that's true.
I'd cream pie Hitler.
What?
Yes.
That's
I
getting cut.
agree.
Did I stutter?
What?
Didn't think so.
I don't know.
What?
Can you say
Fuck,
it again
I
for me?
didn't
I
get all
didn't
the
quite
loot.
catch it.
Oh my god, bro. I forgot this is being recorded.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Some words
Alright, I
must
need a
have slipped
countdown.
out.
3, 2, 1. Lift off. Go, go, Parker. Go, Parker.
I'll turn on
Damn.
your #1 fan.
Ah. Parker's
I did not
respiratory
have
What about a
system
fan?
relation with
ASMR.
that woman.
Bro. I
Sorry.
started watching Chainsaw Man.
Yes, what
Really?
about it? Yeah, kind of baller, isn't it?
Fucking weeb. Yeah, it is pretty gas.
No, I think it's shit. Even though I haven't watched it.
I don't,
I'm gonna go tell my dad he can
I
bring
don't
me
care.
breakfast real quick.
You kidding me right now?
Nope.
Sorry, you're not that important anyway.
This has to be cut. He's
I mean, I
ruining
could
the
just-
plot.
I can leave it on if you want to hear me leave it on.
What the hell is going on?
It's content. It's content. We're keeping
Austin's
it. Hang
leaving.
on.
He's leaving.
I'm
He's
no,
leaving
I'm
us.
keeping my headset on.
He's quitting the podcast.
Nope.
No.
God, Brandon.
Austin is
stop.
Way.
dirting our grand design.
So what kind of music y'all listen to besides Gucci High Waters?
My professor's
Anything?
sick, so I don't. You can bring me breakfast tomorrow.
I like.
Yep.
I hate like the newer styles of music. Like
Yeah, I'm
like
mostly
pop
like
or,
80s and early 2000s metal and rock right now.
Exactly.
But my second playlist is a bluegrass playlist called Blue Gas. It has a lot of classic shit in there, and I'm somewhat of a hillbilly myself, so I got
really
some
like
hidden
bluegrass or
talent.
country that much. I
Well,
don't like
that's
the
your
genre
problem.
that much. It has to be very specific songs.
I was talking about music.
Yeah.
I've been listening to some old 2000s, and I kind of like funky jazz.
I'm gonna throw up.
Do me.
Dude, he like one day we got done hanging out and he still like started looking up jazz.
Yeah,
It
and I
is-
wanted him to
Well,
shut the fuck
my
up.
other biggest problem is fucking funk. Like, if I had thought about it when we started the podcast, I'd be listening to funk right now. But
The heck is
Dude,
funk?
I-
funk is fire. I don't give a fuck.
What is funk?
oh my god, how do you not know what funk is? Jesus, Bryce, I thought you'd be the funk expert.
I mean, maybe I've heard it, but I don't know by like the name of it. Like, what is funk?
Oh.
What is that? Oh yeah, I know what you're singing, dude. I know exactly what you're singing.
Bro, that's how that funk goes. Oh.
That's just the one song. That's just the one song.
That's like
Dude,
literally
I
all the
can.
funk
I am
put
a
together.
funk connoisseur, dude.
I'm gonna have to look up
I
some funk, bro.
doubt I'm more goated.
What
I mean,
what
I
is
doubt
funk?
you're more goated. That's what I meant to say. Bro, my
Funk.
holy shit. Me and Travis are sharing a funk playlist actually. He's like the funk baby, meaning like in the playlist of about 400 funk songs we put together, he can name each and every one in it. Like he just loves funk. It's
You
weird.
can explain funk because I'm retarded.
You mean play it in
Funk
the
is a
mic?
subgenre of
Sure.
hip hop and trap music, directly inspired by 1990s Memphis rap.
Bro, you
I
cannot
don't-
look it up.
Bro,
You can.
it does. I guarantee you, you're probably thinking, man, that don't sound good, but it's nothing like you expected.
I'm going to Spotify right now.
No,
Bro, can you shut
I
up?
gotta play. I guess no.
No, you can't
I
play it.
gotta
It'll
go
be-
definitely
it'll be
heard it
fucking
before.
copyrighted.
You cannot.
Dude, I'll play it. I don't
Just
give a
send
fuck.
it to me.
I play a bunch of.
Giga
Wait,
Chad's
why
theme,
can't-
funk house
They
version.
had
What the fuck
copyright.
is
No one
half
gives a
this
shit about
bro?
copyright.
True, we ain't making money anyway.
Here, I will find something
No
right
problem
now,
with it.
and I will play it.
I'm already
The only thing that
looking.
matters is
I'm
that we
already
don't get a
looking.
strike.
I got it right
here.
here. I have it
unlikely.
pulled up. I'm gonna pick a goated one. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how many songs are in here exactly first. Oh my god, it's not gonna tell me. There's too many things. Travis made the description the funk that gives your balls that certain tingling. It's 13 hours and 48 minutes of funk. All right, let's do one that I liked. This is as good as any. No.
They're on all of those
This
Giga
gay.
Chad memes too. Some of them are on Giga Chad memes.
Yeah.
Whenever I looked it up, it took me to this playlist. And, like the first thing was like Giga Chad theme funk version.
Yeah,
Like
that's
what?
like
Oh my god.
ball, oh ball, ball. Is it just like one part?
Oh,
Yeah. But I don't listen like it's strange. Most of the ones that people listen to,
That's not a good one. Oh, this is a good one.
Can barely even hear it.
is that a Pokemon?
Nope.
I was looking at thumbnails and it was like a Pokemon. What? I've never heard
Yeah,
of
you
this.
got it. It'll get there. It'll get there.
The classic funk sound.
It's
Taylor
like
knows it.
modern
You know
retro
Suicide
wave.
Year, don't you, Taylor? The boom boom ba boom boom ba boom boom ba boom boom ba.
Yes.
That's funk.
What are you telling me?
I'm just telling everyone.
Well,
I was using you as
I
example.
know.
I
do
know
not
that
Do we
you
all
know
know
it.
what
I
retro
know that you know
wave
it is.
is?
I'm just
Yeah.
letting everyone
Shut
understand.
The fuck
Okay,
up.
well
I am
I've
the
definitely
one who
heard some
knocks.
funk before. It's just like I never knew that it was like a genre or something.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a
I've like
fucking
never
huge
looked up
genre.
more stuff on it. I just kind of like heard
Gives
a few
me
times
like
it's like okay, this is a thing.
gives me Blade Runner type of vibe sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speaking of funk, I'll probably find a song for the outro for
I need to
funk.
listen to funk while playing Borderlands. Oh my god, bro, that's a goated idea. Look at me go.
Send me your playlist.
My shit. Okay, I'll send it to the group chat. You guys can just hit shuffle and get lost in funk. Oh lordy.
Oh lordy, lordy.
Also like
Lord have
hyperpop.
mercy on my soul.
What's the plan
Like
for
what?
Thursday?
Hyperpop,
What is hyper pop?
bro.
What is hyperpop?
Just like more pop, like
No.
like the heavy
I mean,
metal
it's-
version of pop, bro.
I mean,
Pop, but with more.
I guess that's the best way I would probably describe it. It's like it's more like dubstep kind of pop.
So basically, it's like how heavy metal is to rock.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
It's
Sure.
just it's hard to explain it, I guess. It's just you have to just listen to it.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of like dubstep, like fast, hard beats with
A lot of
just
people think it's cringy though,
yeah.
but I don't
Not
think
me.
that. I think hyperpop is
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, that's all that I'm really listening to.
I used to hate. Okay, so one of the first like hyper popish songs that I listened to was by 100 Gex, and I was like, no,
Yeah,
I don't
I didn't
like
really
this.
like 100
Like,
Gex at the
The
time.
only
though.
100 Gex song that I like, the only one that I have that I actually like is Hand Crushed by a Mallet. That one actually fucking slaps
Fuck.
for no
What a
reason.
name.
It's slaps for no reason, but I like other people's like things of hyperpop. Like it's just good to vibe to. Like I listened to it all the time when I was like playing For Honor or something. Like when I just didn't want
That
to
is
care,
facts.
I would just played it in the background.
I just like it because majority of people that I listen to, the hyperpop is sad music. Considering that's all that I listen to.
But if
I
it's
used to
not
play,
that,
like,
it's funk or
majority
hyperpop.
Lighter stuff whenever I played games.
Fuck.
But now if it's not like heavy, I can't even listen to it. Unironically, it's not very specific. I've just been converted.
Started
Yeah,
listening to
you're
We Didn't
Jewish
Start
now?
the Fire for like 2 days straight. It was just stuck in my head.
We didn't start the fire.
And it may not be for everybody, but I don't know. I think it's new. It's new to me, and I like it. So it's refreshing to fucking listen to music that's not like mainstream artists to begin with. When I can find
And
something
once
like,
in a while, it is good to mix up your music taste. I feel like.
well, I'm very versatile when it comes to that. Anyway, like it just depends. Like you can tell what I was like listening to like throughout the years just by going through my playlist. Like, oh man, this was his rock time, I guess, or punk rock time. It's like you could tell just going through my Spotify. It's like I have a very versatile taste, but I'm always in like moods for certain things. So like recently, it's been nothing but funk and like hyperpop for the past year now, year and a half, 2 years maybe.
A lot of my music, I added it sophomore year, and it's been like I hear it now, and I'm just like I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, I don't go
So
back
I
and
kind
listen
of
to a
just
lot of older stuff anymore either.
I just have one big playlist. And I don't know.
I don't really have that
How
problem
really?
because I like never really, I never really got into Spotify during high school. I just kind of like ignored it for the most part. Kind of like after high school
Damn.
ended, that I was like, I need something.
I mean, all that Bryce listens to is Sabaton anyway.
Most of the time.
We
Yeah.
fought in the war of 1864. The only thing that Bryce listens to. It
Travis
ain't about
loves
the
Sabaton.
bottom of 1812.
There's like
mean,
one
ain't-
song that I like from Sabaton, and I only played it as a meme because I was playing Hold Fast, Nations at War as the Russians, and it was like the army of the dead men or whatever, and it didn't even make sense because it was a World War One song, and I'm fighting in the Napoleonic era. It was like, well,
I mean,
it's the
they're
closest thing
just
I'm gonna
one
get.
of the best metal bands there is. It's just how it is.
Yeah, facts. From now, guy, he's spitting. Yeah.
It sounded so sarcastic. Like, yeah, facts, you know.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
I was
Whatever.
agreeing. Yeah,
Sure,
that was
sure.
facts.
Yeah,
Like
sure,
Sure.
I think metal is one of the most competitive scenes there is.
It okay.
Has to be done
That's
right.
facts.
It does.
Yeah, it literally.
Like
It's very
one
specific.
day I just wanted to explore. So I just went to the Spotify playlist. I was like the
The fuck are
200
you,
most essential
Dora?
metal songs, and I listened to every single one of them. And I literally only thought like 15 bands out of like 200 there
Listen,
were
It
like
can't be too
actually good.
screamo. Like,
you have to
can't.
do.
Yeah.
Too
You have
much
to do
screamo. I
some
don't
I-
scrubbing
I don't
the
really
poop
care
deck.
that much for singers that sing really high. I prefer
Mm-mm.
or like really low. I prefer like a balance, which is I guess
That's why
like
I don't like
Sabaton so
Megadeth
much,
that much.
is because he's
voice
kind of
throws
like
it
in the
off.
middle. Joachim is. That's honestly one of the things I like the most about them. Is that they're
I went through a
They're more
Ghost
chill.
Mains. Fucking
Ghost Main.
like he was all that I listened to for a while. Like every single one of the songs, and now I can only listen to a choice few.
There's some
But I
songs, dude,
listen
that
to,
I
like,
have
everything on
played, and I've played them into the dirt, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not that I hate it,
Don't-
it's just like I would not care to listen to the song again.
I do that, and I'm mad at myself that I
Yeah,
let it
I'm
happen.
more mad. Now, there's some songs like Old Town Road, dude, that I just hated from the get-go. I was like, it was just played too much. Like, I didn't care for it myself,
Like I didn't
but they
hate
played
it, but
it
it was just
all
like,
over social
yeah.
media, and I was like, it
I
made
didn't
me
hate
hate
it,
this.
but it was every
Yeah.
meme was attached to it, and I'm like, why do I
Dude,
have?
I'm not.
Oh,
It would be six
dude.
memes in a row. I'd be like, get on Instagram the first day. I'm gonna take my horse. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
next meme, gonna take
was
my
for
horse.
TikTok.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my horse. I'm like, all right, that's enough, dude. I'm finished for the day. And then I just could not listen to that song,
It's kind of like the titties that are on Instagram right now. They're
dude.
just
I
everywhere.
wanna
I
kill
want to
someone.
shoot somebody, dude. Yeah.
One thing that I feel like I've noticed a lot more within the last like 5 to 7 years is like musical taste has shifted less from like bands and more towards like artists. Like people who don't know, people who aren't necessarily like a band, but like a single person. Like rap is mostly just like one person.
I mean,
Like
yeah.
you're there for that person. You're not
Mhm.
there for the band or something. And like country's that way too. Like country has a band and all, but
Yeah.
you're not talking about the name of the band. You're talking about the name of the artist.
Yeah,
the singer.
like the person.
Yeah, like I've
Yeah,
noticed like
singer
a
and all
lot
that.
of the times, like in the last 5,
But
7
dude,
years,
music's
it's
kind
shifted
of
a lot more towards that than it used to be.
music's kind of got watered down these last years anyway. Like it's doggy whoa whoa woo woo,
Mainstream.
dude. Like it's actually bad.
Mainstream music.
Yeah,
I'd say
mainstream
mainstream.
Mhm.
is
Oh, yeah.
definitely bad.
That's what's got watered down.
But
But everything
also,
else that I can find, refreshing.
music.
But it's just mainstream.
I stopped calling certain songs or artists. I mean, it's an exception. I've definitely said it in the past couple of weeks or months of certain artists, but I've stopped calling certain songs or artists like trash or bad because it's like subjective. You know, it's like I don't like it.
I
I may
don't
not
think
like
like
it.
any musical bad.
It
Like I
has to.
hate rap, but I don't think they're bad.
If
I
it
just don't
sounds like
like it.
actual nails on a chalkboard, that's the only time that I like call it trash. But if someone's like, "Yeah, man, my top five, Drake," I'm like, "Why are you doing that to yourself?"
No, I clown.
It's like,
I don't
it's
even
like,
care. I'll
why?
clown if you're Drake.
It's like,
If you like Drake, I'll clown you.
okay, it's like I don't like Drake that much. It's like, dude, oh yeah, okay, but you were lame. You were lame. Like I just don't care for Drake. I just don't
I
like
feel
him.
like
I mean,
I feel
he's
like
alright.
one thing, right? If you are a musical artist, like you kind of like have the right to clown. Like if you're a guitarist, right, and you hear another guitarist, like you'll be able to hear if they're like fucking it up. Like,
Yeah,
you kind of like have the ability to just outright call them shit.
but like, I don't know. It's like, not. I try to say like no, it's not for me or whatever. But if it's like a certain artist that's actually fell off, I'm just like, yeah, dude, he's bad now. Like I think he's objectively bad. Like
If
it's
anybody
not even a
likes
matter
Drake,
of
I
opinion.
will literally clown you.
Like
I don't
dude,
I mean,
care.
I
I
don't
don't,
hate him.
I don't know if it's just me or something.
He has
but
good songs.
Yeah.
There's nothing against Drake. I like some of his songs, but the majority of his
it's just
songs
the people who listen to Drake are
are
like normies. If I
weirdos.
feel honest.
weirdos. They're just like they're NPCs. That is the best way
One
I
of
can
the only
like,
songs I
describe them.
listen to that's like kind of from the hip hop
Hip-hop?
like
Hip
hop
hop.
single artist genre
Bro, are you
is
having
like-
a stroke? You good, bro?
is from Kanye West, and I don't even really like the song. It's just because I've heard it so many times playing Saints Row
See,
3.
that is somebody that I also don't see why
I-
people. Okay, I like some of Kanye's songs, right? Don't get me wrong, but I don't see why people think that he's a god amongst men,
I used to like.
and like he is like a god within the
I
industry.
used to like all of his older shit, but his newer stuff is like Kanye.
Oh yeah, he's
You
got
should
some good old
stop.
hits. He's got some good newer hits as well, but it's not enough for me personally to be like, oh yeah, no, he's literally like top 3 in the music industry that paved the way.
Mhm.
I just
I feel like
like
once
how
you
almost
hit
everybody
20
else
years,
in the world.
I feel like once you hit 20 years as an artist or a band, that's whenever like you hit the point of either you're just going downhill or you're just somehow one of the few that's doing good. Like a lot of artists after 20 years, they just start releasing garbage, I feel like.
Right now, it's mass produced. It's almost like games. You produce it, and if it doesn't do good, you just keep producing more.
You make a new,
I've
you make a
stopped
new album.
listening to mainstreams a lot. Like I couldn't tell you the last mainstream artist I've added to my fucking Spotify song list, and I don't know how long. Like, and most of the mainstream is just bad. Like I don't know if it's just I've grown up or matured or I'm more responsible as a person, but I can't listen to that. Walking down the street, shot a dude in the head. Now we're dead, making bread, smoking crack all. I just can't listen to that shit no more, dude. I just can't. It's so bad.
don't
I just
care.
can't listen to that anymore. I hate it. I
Smoking
actually hate
crack
it.
in the back of a van.
Like if I'm in a good mood, I just want like a cool turn up song. Okay, maybe, but I just don't want to listen to that
Like
shit.
I've never
But I still
really,
take
I've
my
never really
picks in between.
understood.
I
like,
can't relate
rap
to that
like
shit.
Like I can understand
crazy.
some songs. Like there's this one song that Taylor would play all the time whenever I was in his truck for Juice WRLD, I think it was, and I actually quite liked it because it wasn't just fucking screaming out bloody fucking murder.
Yeah, wow,
actually
you
kinda
actually
relatable.
Juice
condoning
WRLD.
murder in a song, dude. It's like that's okay. That's crazy. Like I don't want to sound like some softy, but like I just don't relate to that. Like I can't. Well, I like music that I somewhat can relate to an aspect. I like real music.
Yeah, I've never just sat here and been mad because somebody didn't like me that I wanted to take them off the earth. Sorry, I just can't relate to that. Just because somebody didn't like me. Boo hoo. Not middle school, grow the fuck up.
Like it's just petty. Like it's like that's why I don't like listen to
Bro,
Lil
it's
Baby,
like
Da Baby,
fucking
and Future.
people like that, dude. People like
Future
that
just
just like
blows
they
chunks.
just form. They just like form opinions, bro. And that's just how it is.
Well,
Future might be the one
controversial
artist
take here.
that is bad.
Controversial take here. They rap about like that stuff, and then they make it out of a bad place, and then they keep doing it, and then they get killed due to gang violence. Is like,
Wasn't there like a
That's
dude who just
crazy.
got like fucking annihilated in his car or something like 2 years ago?
Hey, I think that
that's
you're
fucked.
talking about X.
He
I
wasn't
think-
involved in gang violence.
No, but he's, you know.
He was a
But
questionable figure.
didn't he
but
get like
was-
riddled?
Yes, he got
I mean,
killed.
yes.
Leaving a
Got destroyed.
motorcycle store or Harley shop
Yeah.
or whatever. In his BMW. Outside the parking lot.
It's kind of fucked up.
Well, it wasn't gang related. I
No,
don't
it's just people didn't like him because,
Now that shit's just sad, you know. It's like that shit happens and it's unfortunate, but like
oh, you're a successful artist? Yeah, we just don't like you for that.
it's
And
just
then they
like
kill
when you
them
have
like
people
crazy.
I don't
talking about
get
gang
people
shit.
who hate people just because they're successful. Like there are a lot of successful people who just really don't deserve to be successful or do
There's
nothing
not.
with their success.
But I don't
like
see the
that
point
isn't a
in
reason to
killing
go and
each other.
fucking shoot them up.
Especially
Like,
like,
even if they are
gang
the-
violence, whatever.
Their
it
way of
shouldn't
life.
be a
It's
thing.
that crazy. It's
yeah,
that
it
delusional.
shouldn't be a thing. But
But even
I
then, like
guess
especially
sad how
like
it is.
music artists, right? Like they earned what they got. They didn't just like come into it. They that wasn't just handed down to them. They earned that.
yeah, people
Like
like him
maybe
for a
instead of
reason.
shooting them up, you should go out and do something and actually earn stuff your own. Instead of just taking
Why
out
do that whenever
your
you could just kill
inability
that
to
person?
just kill someone and then just ruin your entire rest of your life. Be in
I
prison
mean, I
for
don't see the
25
point in doing
years.
that anyways. It doesn't do anything. It's like, cool, now he just stops making music. Now what? You go to prison?
didn't-
Congrats.
I didn't like how P&B Rock died. I just thought it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't like that one.
What, he got killed at a fucking
Waffle House.
Roscoe's or Waffle House or some shit.
Yeah, dude was just chilling at Waffle House and he
They-
died.
A lot of people thought it was a setup, dude, because like the girl
Because
he
his
was with
girlfriend.
sent the
But he
location.
also posted his location and stuff
Yeah.
or something like
Was he part
that.
of
So
gang
like
violence,
it
or was he
couldn't
just-
really be.
He I don't know much about. I like some P&B songs. It's just I've heard him and some of his songs talk about like not that much of gang shit, but sometimes a little bit of like thug shit, gang shit or whatever.
Yeah, like
And
going up in a bad place, and
yeah,
you know,
I mean, you grew up in that kind of area, you get forced to do some stuff, but like
I mean that's why it's
There
sad.
comes a
he
but it
didn't
point
shouldn't
where
deserve
be
you get an
that.
bad.
He wasn't
opportunity
doing
to get out.
anything though. Like, you know, like he wasn't doing anything
Yeah.
bad. Like his music was mostly chill and kind of vibey.
But
And then
once
he got
again, it's one of those things that like, oh, you're successful
Yeah.
and you're in our area.
oh, it's on site, buddy.
Like what?
That's just how people there think. They see you got something, they're like, oh, well, I don't have that, so I'm gonna freaking shoot you up for it.
Oh, you have a $200,000 chain on your neck? Oh, that's crazy. If you're dead, it's mine. It's like, why?
I don't understand.
I mean,
people's-
Kevin
like,
Gates spoke on it
maybe-
perfectly, and I love Kevin Gates as an artist. He was like, dude, he was like, people laughed at me and celebrated when I went to, because like he talks about in his songs now, like the bad stuff he's done. He was like, I made some, and one of his songs he said, I've done some bad things and I regret it or whatever. I learned my lessons or whatever. You know, he used to be a thug. He wasn't part of no gangs or nothing, but he was like just that thug kid that like did shit. And he was like, I really wish I wouldn't have done that shit. And I like Kevin Gates because he's learned from the shit and he's actually making different music than like most of the people going, yeah, I killed. No. There has been some of his songs in the past he's sung that way, but he was doing an interview and he was like, yeah, these people celebrated when I went to prison, went to jail. I was like, they knock us down. Our own people do that shit. And he was like, it's sad. And he was like, we do it to ourselves. And I was like, damn.
Like they
mean-
do it to themselves, because like they freaking show their kids how to do it and everything. And it's like, well, they're just gonna copy you because you showed them how to do it. It's just like a never-ending circle.
It's literally just a cycle that's not going to be broken. Like ever.
Like I genuinely think that like the ghetto violence that we have here could have been solved 20, 30 years ago if they would have just applied themselves to solving it instead of just continually fucking each other up.
I mean, I just don't understand the fact of like, you just grow up in a different part of Chicago and now we hate each other because of stuff that happened
That's
during
crazy.
Al Capone's time.
That's just
Like what?
crazy. I don't want to say anything too political, but it's kind of obvious who these places are ran by, quote unquote. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not to get political or anything.
I mean, the cities that are ran by these people, or I mean, I'm just saying.
Like you used to this shit wasn't like this. Like there's always been like violence, but it wasn't like this. Like Al Capone, that era of Chicago. Like yeah, it was gang violence, you could say, but it was different. It was
Oh
controlled.
shit.
It was
wasn't
organized crime.
It wasn't out of anger.
Yeah.
I would much rather
It
have an
was-
organized crime than deorganized crime, if I'm being honest.
Here's the thing with organized crime, right? Organized crime kind of checks unorganized crime because if unorganized crime is going on, it's going to draw attention to your organized crime. Therefore, they kind of control the people who just like have no plan. They just go around doing dumb shit.
Yeah, like deorganized crime has no like, it has no limits. In organized crime, they don't
Yeah.
like someone they
Like
may not
for
kill
the
innocent
most
people.
part,
in organized
organized crime, they don't want to draw attention to themselves. They don't want to kill innocent people.
Yeah, they don't
Like
do
yeah,
that shit.
Al Capone had his opponents freaking murdered in the Valentine Massacre or whatever it was. They weren't necessarily innocent themselves either. It's not like he just went up in some convenience store with a Tommy gun and started shooting randomly.
No.
Yeah, it was
Not the
targeted.
Tommy
hits.
gun era.
Like I'm not trying to imply that without that organized crime that would happen. But like organized crime does kind of help stop that. Organized crime's still bad.
Oh,
But it's
yeah,
not
it's
as
still
bad
but
as it's not as
way
bad as
more
like having a
condensed.
gang in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
I mean,
because you
it's
could just
literally
walk down the
just,
street
like-
and get caught in a gang crossfire and
Yeah,
die.
it's-
It's like, dude, sad.
It's actually more controlled. It's like, hey, you just joined the wrong people in our drug trading center.
Also like the,
like crazy.
the gangs, dude, they have no respect for each other. At least like
No.
Al Capone, like they would have alliances and shit in the Chicago neighborhoods. All right, like we'll do this, we'll join together on this, we won't fuck with each other. Like we're not friends, even though we're like direct competitors. We're not friends. We're gonna fuck with these people. No, gangs, it's like, all right, well, this is our turf. Anyone on they either pay us or they
I
get
actually
shot.
just don't understand the point of being like, oh, you were born in this block.
That's all they
Oh.
got, man. That's
now
all they
we
have.
don't like you. It's
It's
like,
sad.
okay.
I
They're
honestly
don't
think
understand
it's kind of like a micro version of nationalism. Like when World War One broke out, you saw a large like nationalist rise. Like people were talking about like how they lynched the German people because they thought they were still nationally German and stuff. Like people were just proud to be British, French, or American. You know, now they're like proud to be in a gang. It's kind of like a smaller version of nationalism, but it's like much more untargeted, unfocused. It's kind of like a primal version of it. It has little thought put into it, and is just destructive.
Yeah, but the people who run these cities are too worried about controlling what the other people in other cities are doing instead of taking their own inner cities
I mean,
into their own hands.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
And yet they want to talk
Like
about gun violence.
New York, for example. What did they have before the Supreme Court shut it down? They had a thing where in order to get a concealed carry permit to defend yourself, you had to prove that you were of good moral character. So like if you were just like some black woman in the hood, like not affiliated or anything, like this sounds racist and all, but it's just how it is. Like it's just
point.
how it is in these places. Like she went and tried to apply for one, but they wouldn't give her one because she couldn't prove that she had a good moral character. And then like a week later, she was killed in gang violence.
I mean, the shit's sad. They have
Like
no
the
regard for
politicians,
their lives
they
or
don't care
others.
about the people anymore. At least the politicians on one side, they just care about
Oh, no.
themselves.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like power corrupts. Like that's just how it is. Like we need to limit terms in the Senate. We need to limit terms in the We need to limit terms in Congress. We need to limit the freaking Supreme Court. Like all this shit should have term limits and such because power. Like once you get power, you don't want to lose it. You'll do anything you can to prevent yourself from losing it. Very few have just the moral compass to not do that.
Like, I get up and see this shit, and I'm just like, dude, this life is fucking trash. Like, it's just bad. So you can't do anything. You can't say anything without hurting little Tim Tommy's feelings or little Suzanne Susie's feelings or something. It's like, I cannot be bothered, dude. But, you know, I don't give a fuck either. So, I'll
At
keep
least
doing
we
what
can
I'm
actually
doing.
talk about this stuff. This is freaking Germany. They just shut this shit down. Then again, in 20
You're
years we might
talking
not
bad
have.
about your
We might
friends.
not.
Hate speech.
Then again, in 20 years we
Canceled.
might not have the amendments anymore anyway. If the country continues going the way it is,
Mhm.
freaking Constitution just getting shit on every day.
Anyway.
I just woke up and chose
Dude,
facts.
he's not
No,
woke. He's
last
awake,
night,
motherfucker.
dude. Last night I was thinking about it. Like I was thinking about presidents, like past presidents. I was thinking about Abraham Lincoln in specific. I was thinking about like, was Abraham Lincoln an actually good president? Like he freed the slaves and all. He united the country through the Civil War, but he also stretched the Constitution to its absolute fucking breaking point. He sentenced tens of thousands of innocent people with the suspension of habeas corpus to freaking manual labor in prisons for doing nothing. And he also kind of like was a racist.
Ironic.
Hot
Like-
takes.
No, like it's well known, at least by people who actually know that like why
Let's free
like
him so we can oppress him even more.
Abraham Lincoln kind of like reluctantly did it. Like he wanted to do it, but he also was
He
like a
regrets his
firm
decision.
white supremacist.
he
Like he
regretted
was
his
he was
decision.
one of the firmest white supremacists of his time. But like he knew that it was like better for the country if they did that. So, you know, he did it.
Was it that? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I just don't get now why people are going back at old presidents and like calling them bad people.
Like George Washington, like, oh, George Washington owned slaves, so he's a bad person. Yeah, every fucking plantation,
It
every
was
farmer
the
during that time owned
economy.
slaves.
It's how the economy
Everyone
was
during that
ran.
time
And the
who
funny
was
thing
rich
is if we
owned
went back to the
slaves.
olden days, you would be having one of the. Your family would own multiple people.
That's what I keep
Like,
saying.
Like,
if
it's
you
crazy.
if you go back to the 1700s, early 1800s, that's just normal. Like if
Even
you
way,
go
way
back to
back,
the
dude.
1850s, 1900s, it's just normal to be a white supremacist. You're actually the weird person in the group. If you're
Yeah, I
not,
think
I
we
mean,
should give this
like, that's just
minority
how
a
it
chance.
was.
Behead him. It's like, it's like, it's how it was. Like, even way back then when fucking knights
I mean,
were in
slavery.
castles and shit,
Yeah.
dude, they slaughtered your village. They fucking, oh, you're still alive? Okay, you'll be a fucking
I mean,
slave.
the peasants were.
Peasant.
Yeah, the peasants were practically slaves, anyways.
Like knights,
even inside the
like
kingdom.
chivalry
Like-
existed, but it was for the privileged. They
Like-
were chivalrous to nobles. They weren't chivalrous to the
Yeah.
peasants. You didn't mean shit to them.
Kingdoms may have protected their own peasants, but not others. They took them or slaughtered them. It's like, slavery's been around for years, dude. It's how people built empires. It's sad. It sucks, but like,
Egyptians.
Like despite like
Go back to
slavery kind of
Egypt.
still
Ancient
exists
Egypt.
today,
They-
like human
yeah.
trafficking and
oh,
shit, dude.
slavery's probably worse now than it's ever been.
Like there's
No,
almost
that's not even a
nothing.
joke.
There is almost nothing that people do against human trafficking. It's like, oh, well, she disappeared. I guess she's just fucking gone, and no one does anything about it. Like
I mean,
Trump
their
in his
answer
second
is like,
year,
oh,
he started
just
a
hope that she's dead
commission.
instead of being.
He started a commission against human trafficking. I think within like the first month, Biden ended up shutting it down for no reason.
See,
That's
that's
what
the
Biden
thing that
does.
sucks is because
Anything Trump did has
I
to go.
want the law enforcement to like find these people human trafficking, but they can't waste all these resources for like years on end trying to find like one person, dude. It's like, it sucks. I hate to say it, but it's like, yeah, my daughter's missing. Okay, we'll try to find it. We'll try to find her. We'll try everything, and then it's like 6 months, and they still can't have no fucking
Well,
clues,
I
no
think,
nothing.
I
It's
think
like
the
they can't
problem
keep
was just
searching for
that
that shit,
we
dude.
we didn't give them any resources to do anything. Like if you think about it, like a long time ago, there was no fuck, I can't remember it, but like Grant started a thing. Ulysses S. Grant started a thing to hunt down the Klan, and then that ended up being one of the major. I think it actually became the FBI. I think that's what it is. It was something like that. Like we need that, but for human trafficking, because like normal police, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. We need like a specialized task force, like this is fucking Rainbow
Task
Six
Force
Siege, to
141.
find these goddamn human traffickers. That's the only way it's ever going to get reduced.
Also, I don't want to be that guy, but at the end of the day, if they know what they're doing, they're not gonna find the person.
Well, yeah, but that's
A
what I'm
lot of them
saying.
aren't even that experienced to this thing. It's just that because we don't do anything about it. Like if we applied ourselves and did something about it, I have complete faith that we could, for the most part, crush it. Because most of these people aren't actually experienced in hiding their tracks, because they don't have to. We're not searching for them. We're not trying to find them. We basically just ignore the problem and hope it'll go away. But that just makes it worse.
Crazy world we live in.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I mean,
I just
there's
play
some
video
shitty
games,
stuff
man.
today, but like it's just kind of weird because like you think back and you think of like there were some good things about the olden days, but by and large, almost everything about today is better.
Yeah, we
But
live
yet
in
there's
one of the
still
most
some like
we live in one of the most opportunistic times in history ever. We have the best chance of changing the future, and yet look at what we're doing.
like 100 years ago, you became an apprentice based off what your father was, and then that's what you did. You didn't choose your job. Your job was chosen for you. I guess like 200 years ago. 100 years ago you could. Well, you didn't really choose what you were gonna do. Like you could, but it required an immense amount of money and effort, and not a lot of people had that. That was something the rich could do. You just kind of like your job was chosen for you based on who your father or mother was, and that was it. That's what you did.
I mean, people think they have it bad now, man. I don't know. I just
Like there are certain things about today that you know aren't good, like clamping down on constitutional rights. That's not a very good thing.
I
Or
mean,
just
look who's in
the
power, dude.
or the
Too
or like
political.
how neglected training and moral rights of the police force is. Like I believe that the police force, like you can't defund the police. That's stupid. But
I
also
did in Oregon,
the police
California.
in recent times have not been doing the smartest of things for themselves. Like it's a fault both ways, but defunding the police is not the way.
I don't know. Like I
I
said,
feel
I
I
just
feel like
play
I feel
video
like
games.
after this point today, there's no point. Like there's no turning back from this. Like we're just now. I mean, I'm not a Republican. Like I don't follow any party, but I definitely agree with way more Republican aspects. Like I'm center right, guaranteed. Like I disagree with most of the left.
Damn, getting politically correct out here.
Well, I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, how I see it, for the last 20 years, I have observed. I used to
This
be
is a
perfectly in
based
the middle.
podcast.
I used to be
Hey,
perfectly in the middle. I had no leanings.
when Brian
I
said something,
personally,
man.
I purposefully forced myself to become Democrat at one point just because my family was Republican. I wanted to see the other side. So I looked at the history. I looked at what the parties have done in the last 20 years. And the only thing I've seen the Democrats do is try to restrict rights and restrict people. Or make the economy worse. Or just do dumb shit. Like the only thing I've seen in the last 20 years is dumb decisions being made by Democratic leaders. Decisions that only benefit them, that do not benefit the people that they vowed to represent.
I got Bryce use some big boy words.
Like I don't hate the left, I hate the Democrats. There's a difference. Like if the left stood to their values, it would be fine. But they don't. They are the most self-serving motherfuckers ever. Honestly,
Okay,
I genuinely feel like the left are more racist than the right.
they are.
POV let Bryce get a little bit too much control of the podcast.
Look,
Fine.
I don't
Please be.
want to be a political person, but I honestly feel like in recent times with my beliefs that I've just forced to. Like they want to restrict the rights that I believe in, and I won't let it stand. I will see this republic burn before I have my rights restricted.
You vote today?
No, I'm not registered to vote. No, I don't even know what the I don't even know
No,
what
I'm illegal in the U.S.
The motherfucker makes a huge monologue. I won't let my rights be taken away. Did you vote? Nah, I didn't vote.
Look. To be fair,
No, I'm not legally allowed.
Look, to be fair, in East Tennessee, I'm in East Tennessee. It doesn't fucking matter what I vote. This
That
is
is
Republican all the way.
I've always
Yes.
told myself that every
That
day.
is true, but
Like
you know,
if I was in a
you never
swing
know.
state, if I was in a swing state or in a fucking Democrat state, oh, you better fucking believe I would have my fucking
I
right to
mean,
vote. And I'd be there every fucking election, every
look,
goddamn
you
election.
can see what's happening now. They're calling it sounds like a communist movement, but they're calling it the red wave, man. There's a lot of different states that are actually turning over to,
I mean,
to
when you
red
see the
states.
What's
incompetence
happening?
of Biden, how could you not?
I know.
I
It's with the
watched
governor.
this.
It's
I
just the
watched
governor
this press
elections,
release.
though.
I watched this press release. I don't know who the fuck the woman was, but she was like from the Democrat Party. She was talking about how good it was that gas had gone down to $4 a gallon. No, the fuck it ain't. It was $2 a fucking year ago. Like, oh, it's went down 18 cents from 4.18 to 4. Oh, that's so good, guys. Look at what we're doing. Oh, inflation rates are only the highest they've ever been, but they only went up 1% last year. Look at us go.
Okay. Bryce,
Bryce is triggered.
Bryce, buddy.
Bryce is fucking triggered.
Bryce. You're not debating with anybody.
Like, dude, it just pisses me off that, like, we let this incompetence breed within our fucking country.
Dude.
Biden is the worst president we've ever had.
Bryce.
Because of his how fucking stupid he's talking about, man.
Wait.
Let's
No,
bring this back. Let's reel it back in. Let's reel it back in. Let me get everything off track. I have failed as podcast mediator. To be clear, this is not a political podcast. Let me repeat.
Okay, look,
This is not a political podcast. We are.
I am not a
let me be
political
clear on what I'm
We've
saying.
taken
Let me be clear on what
risks
I'm
this
saying.
podcast.
I'm
That's
not
it.
saying Biden as a person, his personality. I'm saying what he's done as a president.
Bryce, we
has
know
done
what
nothing but
personality
hurt
does he
the
have? He's bland as shit and senile.
Listen,
there
Sorry,
have been
sorry, he's
presidents in the
changed,
past who are really bad people, but have done
In the
fairly
foothill of the
okay
Himalayas.
things.
let's be honest.
Let's
The
not
Democrats
beat
have never
around
done
the
good
bush
with
here.
anyone.
Like, let's not
Hey,
beat around
guys,
the
guys.
bush here.
Guys.
Woodrow Wilson is one of the most despicable presidents we've ever had. One of the most
Bryce.
racist people we've ever had as a president. But he wasn't one of the worst presidents we've ever had.
Bryce, please. I understand your pain. I think we all share it. But we're gonna have to reel this back, okay? We're gonna have to reel. If this was any other time, it'd be different. We're gonna have to
I'm
reel this
banned
back.
from the rest of this podcast.
No,
I can't go back from this.
no. Let's be
See, this
honest.
is
They're
now-
not
this
gonna
is now
get this
set in
far.
stone,
They're not
bro.
gonna get this far.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the Minecraft YouTuber that's groomed, and like now he's just too far in and he can't. He can't go back.
I'm fucking
just-
Carson, bro.
Oh no.
Look, I don't think Carson's was that bad, alright?
Listen, Carson looked like somebody who'd groom somebody anyways.
Yes, he did, but also it was like within that 4 years. Like, as long as they're not a child, I think anywhere within 4
Okay,
years.
well.
Let's back the
whoa.
fuck up and let's stop talking about this.
No, but like, I mean, like if you're
Okay, guys, thanks for watching the
Shut
podcast.
up.
It's been a good
Listen,
time.
just because
I
it's
think it's a
legally
good
right
point.
doesn't mean it's
I
morally
think
right.
this is a good point
Okay.
to stop
I
talking.
mean, if I wanted to, I could go fuck his fucking 16-year-old right now.
Alright,
but would
their links will be in the
Oh my
description
God.
below.
All right.
This has been the worst podcast I've ever had the displeasure of ever
We
being a
will
part
send
of.
apologies to
We-
everyone's families.
We are terribly sorry.
Listen,
We're-
I'm
This is
being
what you
for
wanted,
real.
Austin? When you wanted me to be more involved this time? This is what you wanted?
No.
You got what you wanted, motherfucker!
Okay, the podcast is taking risks and taking names. but we have probably overstretched our limits.
I think it's good though.
We'll keep all of it. No one's gonna watch
I was
this
about to
shit,
just go
you
on
know.
a tangent about literally everything.
You
that
know
could
what?
be
Fuck it.
controversial.
Democracy's cringe. Biden's fucking shit.
Yeah, I was
Democracy
about to
government
start,
type's
like, going
trash.
off.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. Sorry.
My name is
Dude.
Austin Harden. I planted a bomb in the
I
White
live
House.
that 1, 2. I'm just gonna. My social
My name is
security
Austin Harden, and I live here.
Imagine
My
knowing your
parents'
social
Austin
security
name-
number.
Harden.
like,
I'm
in
trying
your
to
head.
hack
I don't know the
the
full
CIA.
numbers, but I know the last digits.
I couldn't tell you a single number on my social
Yeah,
security
I
card.
know my last four
I have
digits
to have
just
one of those.
because,
Last
like,
four
it's
today.
what's.
I know
Usually-
mine. You guys are geeked.
Like
up.
I have to carry my wallet anytime I go anywhere because if they ask me my social security, it's like, oh, I don't fucking know.
I text
don't
my
know
mother
anything about
and
it.
ask her.
What is even the point of social?
I don't
security?
answer questions.
Like I ain't
No.
gonna live that long. I'm
That's
blowing
the-
myself up with tannerite.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a heart attack off
I
Trin.
don't even know how to proceed going on with this.
Oh, I
think we just
thought
end it.
we ended this.
No, I'm still going.
He just wanted to give us
Well,
a mediator break.
What are we at?
We're at 2:30.
Man,
I'm having
I
fun.
think this is a good time.
Okay.
If we wanted to, we could record a second one, like a 20-minute break, and just go
No.
again if we really wanted to.
No.
We could if you really wanted to.
I
Shit.
mean, that
Pop
would
out
be
two.
2 in a week. Or not, yeah, 2 in a week.
we
and there'll
just-
be
we-
2
My
weeks.
teacher
I think
died,
that's what we
so I'm
should
gonna
do
do one.
anyway. I think we should always record like a week before. That way, like when one's edited, you already have the raw footage for the next. That way, like if we end up missing a week, we still have what we need to post, and we're
Yeah.
not fucked.
That's what
I mean,
that's
today
what
would
I'm
be a good day
advocating
too. I don't
for.
have to go in that early. I can sleep in, 2 hours early.
Yeah, that's up to Porker.
Sure.
yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
we're already
keep
doing it.
going.
I'll take a
Okay.
break to go get some food.
Anyway,
I guess let's do the outro
let's
for this one. We should
I'm-
have someone different do the
I'm
outro.
fucking doing it. I'm fucking doing
Okay.
it.
Wait,
You guys
Taylor
are.
done it yet?
Taylor, you want to do the outro?
Hmm?
You want to do the outro?
Okay.
I'll do it next time.
Hey guys, this has been the S4B podcast. Saturdays for the boys, and yeah, it's the end of the episode. Fuck off. Don't come back or come back. Don't really care.
This
Yeah.
guy.
So yeah, there's 5 of us now because Brandon's a pussy bitch. So yeah. There you go.
Again, the
Okay.
episode has been named.
Epic.
Yep.
We don't need to say the name.
Now let's stand for the
They'll read
Pledge
it.
of Allegiance.
Okay.
Hey, Austin, people have eyes and
All
I
right,
pledge
all right,
allegiance
all
right.
to the flag.
of the United States of America and to the republic
All right.
for which it
Republic.
stands.
Okay, our
This
links
is
will
one
be
nation,
down
one
in the
God,
link in the description
indivisible,
below. Please check us
indivisible,
out. Thank you
justice
guys for
for all.
watching. Fucking, I'm gonna kill myself. See you guys later.